Do you want to study at the #1 sports science school worldwide? Study sport at Deakin and benefit from the most advanced sports facilities available, from running tracks to biomechanics labs, and decked out gyms to a climate chamber. Deakin have what you need to graduate ahead of the pack. Discover endless opportunities in sports science by visiting deakin.edu.au/sports. Deakin, proud sponsors of the Here For Now.
Welcome to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round action out here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. It's a big day. The girls stay out here at the home of the Montrose Football Netball Club, and the senior women's sides of Montrose take on the Waverley Blues in the big Division 2 contest out here. Josh Wood here alongside Blake Tennant and Ryan Long, and off the bat we're joined by the Waverley Blues coach Clint Martin. Thanks for joining us, Clint.
Oh, thanks for having us on.
How are the girls feeling about being out here on what is obviously a big day for Montrose and for women's footy too?
Yeah, no, they're feeling quite good. It's a beautiful day, which really helps with the women's footy. And it's a really good turnout for not just women but girls in in women's sport. So, looking forward to the day.
And obviously coming up against the Montrose side, who you've had some pretty close encounters with the past couple of seasons since returning to the women's competition, which must make for an exciting matchup.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I spoke to the girls at the start in the centre before about our game last year here, and really tough to beat Montrose on this ground. They really know the ground, and we went down last year here, so we're hoping to do a little bit better today. The team's travelling quite well, but we've got a number of girls out today with injury and some going overseas, so it'd be interesting to see how we go.
Clint, thanks for joining us. It's a big day. First of all, just to clear this up as we were talking off air, I did tip Waverley Blues. Josh was the one who's tipped Montrose on the podcast this week.
This man.
And that's why
brainwashed by this man.
And that's why I have more tips than you in the overall scheme of things. But it's great to be out here, of course, in a Sunday game. What's really impressed me about you guys is the way you score as well, and it's not coming from one source. You've got 3 or 4 players that could kick 4 goals on the same day. How handy is that to have such a strong forward line?
Oh, it's been great to be able to have 5 or 6 girls that I can put forward and be able to score, and to be able to have that as a coach, it's so great, and I've got girls kicking 5 goals a game, which is good, and I've even got girls kicking their first and second goals that I can put up forward, which is just really, really handy. But it's not just, the ball's got to come from somewhere, so the forward line are great, but coming from the midfield and from our defensive line this year, they've been really, really good. So yeah, I am happy with that, being able to have that space for those girls to go to, and they've been doing really well, loving it.
And last week, Fairbairn got the debut. I think that was the Saturday game. How good was that for the club? Obviously, a pretty famous name at the club as well, and a great story, and great to see her playing senior footy at such a young age. Yeah,
it's almost gone full circle. That I played with Charlotte's father back when I was playing in the Blues many years ago, and to be able to coach her daughter to her first game in the senior women's is a great story for the club, and really good for me to be able to coach her through her first game. She did quite well. She held her own, which, she's only a young kid, but she's got a lot of potential. It's great to be able to have a depth that we can put these junior girls into as a pathway into senior women's, and Waverley Blues is really good like that.
G'day, Clint. Blake Tennant here. I was here a couple of weeks ago down at Surrey Park for that big match of the round game as well. I just want to touch more on the footy-based sort of thing. Stephanie Peacock, wasn't her day, you would say, against Surrey Park. She was really, had a couple of plays on her sort of thing. And how has she gone with that? Is she getting more of a tag sort of thing where players are putting more attention on her, and how has she gone since that time with Surrey Park game?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. We're getting to the part of the season now where some of these standout players are getting sort of found out, as if you could say that, from other teams, and they're starting to get tagged or manned up a little bit more. But it's, for me, she's an all-round player. She's not just a forward player, so I can put her in the centre, and today I've actually got her starting in the centre. So just there's a bit of depth there, and but yeah, you're right. She was a bit of a lean day on that day, but since then she's really come out shining, and today I can't see why on this ground, and she's a big kick, so she can move the ball well. Can't see why she wouldn't do okay today.
Yeah, another player as well that I've been looking at for the preview and all that of this game, and your captain as well. She's having a really good standing out year for you guys as well. It's something that you've got to look into, because she might get looked at as well with the tagging sort of thing as well. How have you seen her since the last time we saw the Waverley Blues?
Yeah, so last week I actually had her tagging one of players from Kilsyth, and she did extraordinarily well. So tables turned a bit. Instead of her getting tagged, she was tagging someone else, and she was playing where this girl was playing, and she did an extraordinarily well job. And she's a natural leader, which was really great for the younger girls. And ex-Blackburn player, so she comes from a quality club. It's her second year playing with the Blues, and this year she's really her game's come up a notch, and she's having a great year. And look forward to seeing her throughout the next probably 5 or 6 games as she grows and matures as a player and a captain as well.
And just touching on that mix of youth and experience, is obviously some good players. How crucial have some of those players who've been a part of Blackburn, Kilsyth before, how crucial have they been to developing some of those younger players coming through?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. As in fact, that we've got some girls in our team which have come through our junior program as well. So having the girls that have played a little bit of senior football, there's a couple of girls that followed me from Domvale to Kilsyth now to Waverley Blues. They take a little bit of experience with them, and look, some of them may not be huge on the voice, but they're really good with what they do on the field, which is so important.
And one player that we need to mention as well, who was absolutely tremendous in that Surrey Park game as well, Emma White. Just how crucial will she be today on a ground like this, where it's definitely plays in the favour of forwards? Yeah,
no, it's a good question. Emma's been great with her defensive role. She can run and tack the ball. She's a great kick out of defence, which is good. But the other thing that I've got her doing, one of our rucks is injured at the moment, so she's actually taking a rucking role. So I'm using her in the ruck as well as defending, and having the chance to put my main ruck in her position while she's on ball. So really, really good depth that I can be able to use her, not just for a full back role or a defensive role, but on ball role as well.
And just changing the player roles throughout the season, will that be crucial come finals time?
Look, I've said to my team is that I really want you to be able to play every position, and some of them don't like that, but especially some of my forwards. But we'll be able to play girls in different positions and be able to have them to learn the game. It's not just that they're a forward and that's all they play. My expectation is that they can play everywhere on the ground, and most of my team can play in every position.
And just on the club, people may sort of forget that you brought back the women's team last season and had immediate success playing in a preliminary final, and this year you look on track to play a second consecutive final series. So it's a great story for the club to have that senior women's there. We were at the men's game last week for the Waverley Blues, and it looks like it's a great culture at the club.
Yeah, but as I said, I've been around at a couple of different clubs now, and to come back to my club that I played for, and the way that they do things is really professional. They really support the women's program, but it's not just the women's program, it's their junior program as well. As I said, there's a pathway now for girls to go and play senior football, where we didn't have that when they went missing for a little bit, and then we're back into playing the senior women's footy again, which is great. And last year was great to be able to give girls some experience in finals in their first year, and hopefully this year. And look, I don't want to be looking too far ahead, because there's still lots of clubs that can make finals and teams that make finals, but wouldn't it be great if we could play again in the final series? It would be great for the girls and even our new players that have come on board this year that we've recruited.
Absolutely. Well, Clint, we really appreciate your time joining us, as always, on pre-game before this big contest. Good luck for today. I hope you can prove me wrong, and good luck for the rest of the season as well.
No, it's all right. We know that's Waverley Blues. We're there. I said to the girls that we'll just do the best we can. Don't matter what the media says.
That's
great. Thanks very much for your support, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Clint.
Thank you there to Clint Martin, and Shalette Baker, the Montrose senior women's coach, will be joining us shortly. But he's... but they've both done a terrific job with Montrose and the Waverley Blues. and obviously Clinmartin before with Kilsythers. Shalette does join us now. Thanks for joining us, Shalette, on what is a big day out here for the Montrose Football Netball Club.
Thank you. Thanks for coming and being part of it. It's really appreciated.
I'm guessing the girls are pretty eager to get out onto the park and play today?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the day's turned out beautifully for us. There's no rain, no anything. So, we're really looking forward to the challenge with Waverley.
Yeah, and you match up pretty well with Waverley. Obviously, you went down by 23 points, I think it was early in the season, but you won 2 meetings against them last year. So, do you feel like it's an even matchup between both sides?
Oh, I think so. I mean, they're second on the ladder for a reason. They've really moving the ball really well and things like that, and they're forwards. They've got a lot of powerful forwards, so any one of them can be kicking multiple goals. So that's probably going to be our biggest challenge today, is to make sure that we match up on their forwards.
Who in particular you're sort of looking at in that back line that's going to have a big afternoon? As you said, there's I think 3 or 4 have kicked 4 goals on the same day, so it's a very tough. It's not just one player you got to look out for. It's multiple.
Yeah, we've got quite a few of our girls do play well together. We've got a couple of cousins, the Witnesses, and their height helps us in the back line. So, and then we're pretty short after that actually. So we want to make sure that we can match up with the height, work that out pretty early, and see if we can counteract it on the way back out. So yeah.
And on the day itself, it's fantastic to be out here, and there's a lot of people. There's the netball games going on at the moment, the junior games in front of us. It's such a big day, and there's a great initiative from the club. And talk to us a bit about how that started. And I believe it's the second time that the club's gone through with a Girls' Day Out initiative. And it's just how's it sort of worked out, and how much planning goes into it?
Yeah. I think we started planning this one back in November, really, and it still feels like a rush, though. But we originally, it's just about getting women and girls more out on the spotlight sort of thing. So last year we had it was just us on a Saturday, so it was really tough, and then someone came up with the idea to try and incorporate with all our junior girls. So it was a huge undertaking for the EFNL, and we are very grateful to be able to. We're one of the biggest junior clubs, so to get all our 20 boys away from here was huge. And so we're really grateful that we're able to showcase all our girls and get a bit of support for them as well. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Shalette, it's always good to have a chat to you. I think we've been planning a media team going to come. We brought these 2 fellas down here, so it's a good initiative there. It's a massive day, of course. Obviously I've been in this club for a long time, and you've obviously and it must bring a smile to your face seeing a lot of these people around watching, all girls playing as well, as Ryan alluded to. It must bring a smile on your face.
Oh, absolutely. I think our junior program's really strong, and to have also all girls or all female umpires is amazing. Yeah. And we really wanted to push that message today as well. So any women doing anything, girls and stuff, but also about today is about trying to get anyone to come down and be supporting, fathers, sons, brothers, whatever, and everyone getting around them all.
Yeah, also just back to the game now as well. I saw as well the a player that's, her dad's been here forever, and Holly Habenchush playing her 100th game. Like if you look at, the father-daughter combination here at Montrose, which they heavily do down here, there should be a lot more. You would think maybe in the coming years, of course. It must bring another smile seeing, a one-club player personally playing a 100th game today.
Oh, absolutely. And the club's looking into, how the women can become life members as well in that respect. And so for her dad to be there, and her sister is actually coach of the under-18s. We'll see her a bit later as well. So to see that legacy coming through with some of the families is fantastic. And she's started her junior career here at Montrose. There's quite a few of the girls that are Montrose only, and we're really proud of that fact as well. So.
Yeah, that was my next question, actually. Just how great is it to have predominantly all Montrose juniors in the lineup? Obviously, there are a couple that unfortunately I don't think have played Montrose juniors, but are still Montrose, have played for Montrose for a long time now.
Oh yeah, one of the girls, Jacqueline Healy, she was actually the reason to start the junior girls here, and she was think 12 playing under 15s with it was just a huge range of age groups. But to have her playing in the seniors now is amazing. It really is. So we're really proud of the legacy and the history of the juniors to now move into seniors. I'm really proud of it.
Speaking of Jacqueline, she's having a pretty good year as well, leading the goal, kicking down there. We might talk about her season, of course. How do you think she's tracking at the moment? There's also been a few revenues for goals as well. It's spread out, even goal kickers down here. So how have you seen Jacqueline's season going to start?
Oh, she's fantastic. She's fit into the senior team really well. I think all of our scores, we're a bit point heavy at the moment, so we'd love to hit the scoreboard in the goals a little bit more. But she's really, really clever, a clever footballer. So I love watching her play.
And there's obviously still been plenty of stars, such as Rachel Hardy, who just continues to go from strength to strength, doesn't she?
Oh, to have a ruck that can then be a rover and do everything, hit the scoreboard. We're so grateful that she plays for us, and she's really hit her straps in the last couple of weeks as well. So, she's fantastic to have around.
And the Whitnish cousins and Emma Walker as well. How crucial have they been for some of those players coming into the senior fold?
Oh yeah, it's been fantastic. Charlotte Green, she came from juniors as well. She's a really solid back. Brittany Wilkinson, she's been around forever as well. We've thrown a few of these girls some different roles because we did lose a few of our midfielders from last year. So, it's been great. We're a pretty versatile team, so we really try and make sure that all our girls can play multiple roles.
Yeah, and that's one of my next questions, actually. Do you think that versatility, if you do make a final series, do you reckon that'll come in handy going up against sides like the Waverley Blues, potentially Berwick and Kills, or sides like that?
Yeah. We think that we can match it with most of these teams. We're not that far off, and if we play really well, and I think the Surrey Park was one of those games that it was such a good tussle, and we felt like we were in the game all the way long. And they've been at the top of their game for the last 2 years, and it's just unfortunate. The ones that had beaten us, like East Ringwood and stuff like that. But Surrey deserve to be up there because they've really worked hard in this over the season. So I
was going to say that game was pretty impressive. To not many sides can run with Surrey for 4 quarters, and you gave it a good crack, and very competitive against the Waverley Blues too. So do you take a lot out of those losses, and knowing that the side is very close to being able to pull off an upset of one of those two?
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you come away from a loss, but you're really happy about the performance that everyone played, and sometimes you can come away with a win and go, we could have done better. But to have set ourselves a standard now that we can match with these guys, and on our day, I think we can really push it right to the end. Yeah.
Well, Charlotte, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us on this big day and ahead of this big contest against the Waverley Blues. Good luck today.
Thank you, and thanks, guys, for coming out. We really do appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very
much. Charlotte Baker, the senior women's coach of Montrose, and she's done a terrific job. They've continued to improve over the seasons in Division 2, and
they certainly have.
They look set to be making a finals appearance through the Ds.
Oh, I think they definitely will. The thing, you look at the top 4 at the moment. I don't know if we've got the ladder. We've also got yesterday's results to have a look at as well, and I think even with yesterday's results, they still sit 4th and comfortably 4th. So they're 2 games clear of Blackburn in 5th. So that's a very strong position. As this game in front of us at the moment been neck and neck between Montrose and Wantirna South in the junior competition. I believe that's under 14s.
I think so.
I think Montrose and Wantirna South playing out there. So, as you said, they're in a really good spot coming forward. And these are the games you want to test yourself out against, the best of the best.
And they've probably been the two side that's been closest to Waverley Blues and Surrey Park. Like, it was 20 points against Surrey Park out here and 23 points against Waverley Blues out at Central Reserve earlier in the season. Whereas you look at a side like Berwick, who obviously defeated Montrose, and that was out at Edwin Flack Reserve. But I think they lost comfortably on the couple of occasions they played Surrey Park and the Waverley Blues as well. I certainly have a pretty high opinion of Montrose, as I know this man will, in Blake Whisper's tenants. So, But yeah, it is a big opportunity for Montrose to get the win today, I reckon.
Yeah, well, I think coming into today, Waverley, I think they've played 2 games, I believe, Josh. Is that correct? Or just the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Waverley definitely had the jump on them from start. They played at Central Reserve, which is a very tough ground to play at if you're a visiting team. So it's going to be interesting to see how Montrose can go. Obviously, as what Shalette was alluding to about the midfield, I think that's where the game would obviously be won, you would think.
Yeah.
And it's great to see as well that Clint Martin as well has definitely alluded to on the broadcast as well. That's Stephanie Martin. She won't be playing as a predominant forward, which is a great weapon to have as a Waverley Blues coach as well. And, and as well as you alluded to, Josh, that, Rachel Hardy's influence has to be, top notch today. And they've just got to have a little bit more goal kickers, I feel like, for the Demons.
Yeah.
That would be the only probably question mark. Can they match them on the scoreboard? Because Waverley have so many options. Obviously Peacock and Hull, and there's quite a few. The Morley that can hit the scoreboard and kick 4 or 5 and be match winners. So if they can, able to limit their influence on the game while being able to kick accurately too, as Shalette said, they've had a few games where they've kicked 4-11, and they're going to have to kick straight as well today if they're to win.
I just want to allude to as well, you can probably see down there as well that Sabrina Brendis is actually coaching this game, so we will be seeing her lately. Probably straight after this. I think she might even have to leave the game just a little bit earlier just to warm up with the girls. But it's great, another initiative from this great club that they get the senior women players to help out with the coaching. There she is yelling. You'll see that a lot. She'll be yelling and demanding, which is, what we love from Sabrina. She's a real asset to the club, very passionate, and it's great to see that she's coaching the junior ranks as well.
Yeah, and let's just touch on this day. It's a great initiative by Montrose. As we keep saying, all the women's side, all the girls' side playing out here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. I think the under-12s was the first game this morning, and you can probably see on our YouTube and Facebook streams just the two sides, Montrose and Montana South, gathering before both of those games on the screen now, the under-14 girls. So
I think the 16s are after this one, and then followed by the 18s. Yes. So it's a massive day for the club. Looking, as we've been seeing here on our screens, how big of the day this has been, which is it's a truly remarkable day. It makes me feel proud of this amazing club that delivers like today. So it's always great.
And they couldn't have asked for a better day for footy. It is absolutely picture-perfect conditions with the Dandenongs in the background.
Always nice to come out here.
It's the place to be, guys. Telling you, the place to be. I
wouldn't call it the home of football like you did. But,
we haven't said that yet, Josh. But anyway, I can mention it is.
Yeah.
So,
but we are now joined by a couple of AFLW superstars now who will be speaking a little bit later on in up there in the pavilion. Ryan, I'll let you introduce them. I'll let you introduce them.
So we're joined by two of the AFLW stars that Montrose has produced coming through the ranks in playing Eastern Rangers, both of them playing Eastern Rangers and playing some pretty good football. We've got Delaney Mannigan. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. And, of course, I'm chucking a few around.
It's chaos out.
Yeah, and also joining us as well is a Carlton AFLW superstar. Had a breakout year for the Blues last year as well, and that is Mia Austin. Mia, welcome aboard to the broadcast.
Hey, thanks for having us.
No worries. So we'll start off with you guys. You want to throw some questions?
Yeah, Mia, it's great to have you guys on and having a chat with you. Just how much does it mean to have a day like this out at Montrose Recreation Reserve, both of which playing juniors out here?
It's pretty special, especially to get all the girls out here on the same field in one day. I feel like it's huge. To really get around women's footy, which I feel like is really taking off at the moment.
Yeah, it's a massive day. some of the girls were just talking to us about the day last year and how much it's grown from last year to this year. To have all the teams out here on one field is actually amazing.
And how much does this club mean to you, obviously playing the juniors out in recent history as well, and seeing a day like this, obviously?
Oh, it's actually amazing. To see how much the girls' football has grown at Montrose is huge. From my first season here when I was 13 and just a few girls out there to it being this much of a big day is amazing.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. When I first started, I don't think we had a team in every age group. Like, you'd have to play up a couple levels or something like that so to have such a broad, I guess, group of age groups where like any girl can play is huge.
Yeah, so obviously I've followed your careers a couple of years, of course, down at the Eastern Ranges and all that, but talk us through, obviously me, you were first picked, and then of course Delaney. How were the nerves? You know, obviously you would have had a few nerves coming on draft night and all that, and I'll ask you another question as well. How did you find, you know, getting into the AFL system? It's obviously, you know, a bit harder than, you know, coming from the Coates Talent League and NAB League, of course, which you would have played in. How have you seen the progress with that?
I guess it's obviously pretty nervous night. Like, you don't know where you're going to end up.
Yeah.
You're sort of there and you're waiting for your name to hopefully get called out. I guess I'm really fortunate that I got picked up by Carlton, and they've been amazing. We've got a lot of experience in the team, so a lot of them have taken me under their wing and helped me get the best out of my footy.
It was a breakout year for you as well, Mia, and a really dominant season. I believe you got a Rising Star nomination as well. Is that correct? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so it must mean it's good to see. You know, I think you got an injury, of course, last year, I believe, and you know you missed a lot of footy, and to come back and have a breakout year, you must be pretty proud about that.
I feel like it was. We put a lot of hard work in. I guess we had a full year of rehab, so in that time I had a lot of time to get my body right, and I feel like we built a lot of connection throughout our team. Obviously, we got a new coach and new staff in, so I think we all got around each other and. I guess. Yeah.
Delaney, of course, playing, you know, Eastern Rangers footy as well, and you know, again selected by Melbourne. How has the pre-season? You know, obviously you've been around. There's a couple of Rangers girls that are playing there as well with Pisano and I think you know George Campbell as well. She's another player that's helping you win. So there must be a lot of players that are helping you out through the Rangers program, and of course the way you're going with your football. How have you seen the pre-season?
The pre-season's been amazing. I think going into Melbourne with both Liz and Jacinta has been such a great opportunity for all of us. To go with them was absolutely amazing. To have your teammates there with you is just made the transition easier. Pre-season's going well. Having players there like Kate Hall, Sarah Lampard that just really get around you just is amazing. They're making the transition really well, and pre-season's kicking off.
Fantastic.
To a good start.
Fantastic to have you both on. Do you think over, obviously in recent history, having the AFLW come into the to the league and having that, I think it was 2017 that started, do you think that sort of helped at junior level to get more numbers for girls, knowing that there is a pathway forward where you see the elite players that you're in a part of now? Do you think that sort of helped the numbers at junior levels?
Yeah, I definitely think it has. I think it's given girls like an inspiration to people to look up to. It's definitely honestly helped when I was a junior to see girls playing football on the big screen. It was absolutely amazing, and it gives you that bit of a goal to work towards if you want to get there and do that.
100%. Like, I think growing up, I played a couple of seasons with the boys because footy wasn't really around for girls. I think once that came out, I guess to see that there's a future in it is pretty exciting. And I know a lot of my teammates too, like, they talk about how they never thought that they'd had the opportunity to play footy, so I think it's huge.
And that must be pretty impressive coming back here, obviously today, as you mentioned, seeing the amount of junior teams the girls have here at Montrose and compare that to when you first started. It's a massive transition, and it's a sign that of a really good football club that's really setting up a women's program.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
And AFLW season, I believe it starts in August, so I'm sure both you girls are pretty eager to get back out onto the park and playing at the top level.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like as a team, I guess we're building each year, so it's exciting to get back out there. And it's a pretty long pre-season, so it would be nice to finally get back out there.
Yeah, not playing myself, but honestly looking forward to the pre-season and going to the season to see if I can get a game or not. But no, it'll be good.
And I think you've played a couple of VFLW games as well, Delaney, which must be nice playing a pretty high level footy as well, up against I think a couple of EFNL women's players that are playing in the VFLW as well.
No, it was definitely good to get a bit of experience playing VFLW because I hadn't played there before. But no, it was good to play down at Casey. The girls down there are amazing. It was just such a great experience.
Oh, we really appreciate your time, Delaney and Mia, for on this pre-game, and enjoy the day. I'm sure you will back out here at Montrose Recreation Reserve.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you to Mia Austin and Delaney Madigan for joining us, and it's great to have those two out. I believe I think it's Jasmine Fleming and Jenna Richardson who are also out here as well. Two Hawthorn AFLW stars. Jas Fleming, of course, the daughter of the former Australian cricketer Damien Fleming, and Jas Richardson, I think she's an assistant coach with the Donvale Football Club, and was not too long ago playing with them. So it's certainly great to see all those AFLW players coming out here to Montrose Recreation Reserve and supporting women's footy and watching women's footy out here today, Ryan.
Absolutely, and it's great for the juniors as well to be able to see both Mia and Delaney here today and be able to have a chat with them, and a lot of these players potential to obviously go into the Eastern Rangers and so on. And oh, geez, and look who's just rocked up.
Look who has rocked up.
New special guest.
Well, we might actually be having him on pre-game now, the great man Razor Ray Baird, joining us after, well, all three of us have actually come along from EFNL House, recording the weekend recovery now out here to Montrose Recreation Reserve. Hello, Ray.
Hello, boys. How are you? And Blake, I hope you tune into our podcast that we did this morning, mate. We were all over your Montrose.
Yes, and I've also got a question for you too, Ray.
Anything at all.
Obviously, we have a chat, of course, to communicate with one another. And when we mentioned, will you be coming to Montrose? You kind of said, I don't really go that far. So I feel very privileged to see you down here, Ray.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I had two options. I dropped my wife off at work at Knox. I went and did the podcast. Now, I can either go home, and I don't think the cat's going to talk to me. So I thought, no, I'll jump in the car. Nice day. You know, as I said, this is Christmas holiday to me, mate, coming up. But I tell you what, you're going to have to work on that roundabout, mate. You know?
I've had a few words, that's for sure, Ray. But,
great to be here, Blake.
It's good to see you down here at Montrose, Ray, which is great.
I come here to umpire cricket here, mate, all the time.
I've seen you there a couple of times.
That's right, you know.
It is a pretty decent view and a magnificent calling spot right out here at the foot of the Dandenong. So
it's one of the most beautiful places to umpire cricket with the mountains in the background there.
Place to be, boys. You're in for a treat.
And the best thing is Blake doesn't play cricket here. He plays at Lilydale.
I do. Well, it's only down the road, right, from where I'm from. So
out there, that's right. Out there at the Lilydale Sports Oval. Have you ever actually umpired, Blake, in a cricket game?
I don't go down that low in the grades.
I'll tell you, I play 5th 11 cricket. That's the way I'm going.
5th 11, not 8/5.
And I won the bowling average too this year, Raymond. So.
No, you told me that. Well done.
Except it was 10-pin bowling. He was at the wrong venue.
Anyway, let's focus on the contest out here. Montrose and the Waverley Blues, as we keep saying, two really evenly matched sides. They've Montrose won 2 last year. Waverley Blues won earlier in the season, and it's set up to be a really good contest between the D's and the Blues. As Montrose, they're just warming up. They'll be wearing their, I think that's their clash strip that they're wearing today, which is great to see. So, but it's a big day, and I'm sure the Montrose and Waverley Blues ladies will be eager to get out onto the park and show why they're two of the best sides in Division 2, Ryan.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And both sides are going to play fine, as you would imagine from here. It's obviously very early to to call that, but they're sitting quite comfortably inside the top four, Josh, and it's a big chance for Montrose to be able to test themselves out against a Waverley Blues side who is a very high-scoring team. They've certainly got a lot of options to goal, as we've talked about, and they're in a really good form streak after their loss to Surrey Park. They haven't lost a game since then. That was the only loss of the season. So it'll be a tough ask, but I just feel sometimes you can get up on the momentum of a big day like this, and obviously the club are involved in inside at the moment, and with the AFLW players, as we just spoke to Delaney and Mia, and all the junior teams before and after this game as well. I just think it's almost just leading to a potential Montrose upset. Potential.
Well, I
have tipped the Waverley Blues.
I have tipped the Montrose for the upset just because of the day, and there are a couple of players missing from that day for the Waverley Blues. Obviously, there's a couple coming into the lineup: Rebecca Dallas, Kyra Harshaw. There's also some pretty decent. It's still got plenty of talent. Elise Hall, Stephanie Peacock. It'll be interesting to see how she goes. Up in that midfield line, Blake, she obviously did have a quiet. It did have a pretty quiet day, and it's certainly going to be as we see on the screens now. By the way, Ryan Long and Blake Tennant speaking before. Somehow Blake managed to.
Wow, it was
he was introduced as our own BT.
Well, that's how you go. No, it was initiative on Thursday as well, and of course on Sunday I was just double checking if it's still going ahead. So
you could have given me a little bit more notice. Than
I just like to put you on the spot sometimes when you're down here.
No, I'm always happy to do so.
This is why I'm glad I got a coffee and I didn't have to walk up there and spit it.
It's not that far, Josh. It's literally up there.
Ryan was dark on that. He said, I said, where's Josh? He said, he's gone to get a coffee. Where is he? He should be up here.
No, it is great to see, and it's a great day out here, Ray, isn't it? Just with all the vans, there's the netball showcase going on, and all the women. It's a pretty decent crowd out here at Montrose Recreation Reserve.
It is, and it's great for women's football, and all credit must go to Montrose Football Club for putting something like this on. There must be a lot of people behind the scenes that have done a lot of work leading up into this, and we all know how big women's football, women's sport in general in Australia is really growing, and the football, you've seen the improvement in the local players as well as the W sides, but the local players from year to year, that they're getting much better at it.
And speaking of that too, Ray, I heard that, I don't know if it's official, but it could be official in the coming years, that female athletes that are playing AFLW will be coming full-time, maybe by 2030, I believe. Could be wrong there, but it is coming. It is coming, and it's growing, and it's great to see more participation right around the league, in all leagues around Victoria, it's great to see that it's coming alive, which is great because it deserves more recognition, and really proud to seeing a lot of what's going on today, of course. And if you're just joining on, the under-12s just played, the under-14s played. They lost here against Montana South, and of course this game will be on your screens right now on Facebook and YouTube. And then of course after this, the under-16 Montrose team will be playing, and of course the under-18s will be starting at around 2:45, 2:50. So it's a massive day down here at the Trows, I like to call it, down here.
Certainly looking forward to this day. We'll focus on the game shortly, but what we're going to do is have a look at some of the other results from across the divisions that took place this past weekend. Of course, we'll discuss it a bit more on Female Footy Focus this week, Ryan and myself. But starting off with Premier Division, not too many surprises here. Eastern Devils 91 to Vermont 25. Whitehorse 88 defeating Baronia 10, and South Belgrave 74 defeating the Basin 22, and South Croydon knocking off Mount Evelyn 57 to 23. So a bit of a challenge. I think for Mount Evelyn it's a good effort against South Croydon, but it was 1 point earlier in the season between the two, and it just shows how far I reckon the Bulldogs have come, Ryan.
Yeah, I think it probably says more about South Croydon, where they're situated at the moment. And that was a game in round one they probably could have pinched. I think they may have had more scoring opportunities or led during that game. But from here, this was yesterday it was a South Croydon game from after quarter time. They kicked 5 goals to nothing in that second turn that really set up the victory. And they've got too many stars that are probably a bit more experienced than the Mount Evan players. Mount Evan are quite young. Taylor Black again kicked another 3 goals. Nicole Garner has just been an unbelievable addition for him this season. So they're in some really good form at the moment. They've got a big test next week at South Belgrade, which is a game that we potentially might be out at, possibly, which would be a big game and a big test at South Belgrade, who got back on track on the weekend, or I think they won last weekend as well against Bronia, but they're certainly back into some good form themselves.
Yeah, they're looking the goods, are the Saints and the Bulldogs. Touching on Division 1, North Ringwood 84 defeating Beaconsfield 7, and I think that means North Ringwood might or keep in touch with Donvale, who won 63-5 over Knox at Knox Gardens Reserve, and Bark Orchards also scored the same score against East Ringwood, winning 63-58 or 38, which you saw a bit of out there at East Ringwood Reserve, and just seems like I think it was the third quarter where East Ringwood or Park Orchards just got away from East Ringwood.
Yeah, it was. I saw the first 3 quarters. It was an interesting contest. Both sides were really competitive in that first half. East Ringwood had an injury to Kay Wotherspoon, which certainly hurt, and that was early on in, I think, the first quarter or early in the second. So that took certainly a bit out of their side. But Park Orchards, the way they move the football, very, very skillful side. They hit up targets very nicely going inside 50. Their ball use was outstanding. You look at players like Georgia Livingston had a really strong game. Kristen Bertoldi, when I was watching, was really important for them as well. So they're in a very good spot. Ellie Harnett was the other one I thought had quite a strong impact on the game, and it really was a side that made the most of their opportunities. East Ringwood had plenty of the play in the early parts of the second quarter, and for all probably their efforts, they only got the 1 goal out of it, where they probably had a chance. They hit the post a couple of times, probably could have been further in front, and then Park Orchards, once they got the momentum, they didn't look back. They were excellent. They were outstanding. So I think as tight as this top 4 is, we're just starting to see a bit of a gap between the 4 sides slowly and steadily, and I think Donvale and North Ringwood are still the benchmark at the moment. Park Orchard's not far behind.
We might have to see Donvale North Ringwood later this season, because they're looking really good at the moment, North Ringwood and Donvale, with some 2 big victories, and obviously the North Ringwood red side is also picked up the 2 wins, and it's certainly set up, and Park Orchards will definitely consider themselves a bit of a wild card, a bit of a dark horse, as will East Ringwood, but they are, I think, a game and a half behind Park Orchards now in 4th spot. Yep. So they're still comfortable in the top 4, and I think, based on yesterday's result, I think that I feel like the final positions might have actually finally settled. We'll say that, and it'll continue to just change around. But touching on Division 2, Berwick defeated Kilsyth 8-7-55 to 2-3-15. Surrey Park defeating Blackburn 9-15-69 to Blackburn 1-1-7. Caught a bit of this game, and after quarter time it was pretty much all Surrey Park. Blackburn did put up a bit of a fight, but the Panthers just too strong, wearing their clash strip yesterday as well against Blackburn, with it being past players' day. So, and then Churnside Park with a big victory over Ringwood 7-16-58 to Ringwood 3-3-21. Ringwood, I don't think will win a game, unfortunately, this season. You never know; they could pull off a bit of an upset, but I think Churnside, they have the potential to cause an upset later this season, because they've come along in leaps and bounds the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they had a very competitive performance against Montrose last week, and we said on the podcast that obviously Montrose were a bit inaccurate, I think, from memory, but we said that speaks volumes of how far Churnside Park have come as a side this season, and they're going to grow. And next year, I think they're going to be again taking another step forward if they can keep the list. A lot of these girls and continue their development across next season. They'll be a very good side. So it's exciting for them. Unfortunate for Ringwood, of course, and looking at the player queue, doesn't look like they had many listed, so I don't think they would have had a bench. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, and that always makes it tough when you haven't got any rotations.
It's unfortunate, because they were a couple of years ago, they were the minor premiers, all the premiers in Division 2 in the COVID-shortened season, but hopefully they get back on track. We've seen sides like Heathmont obviously struggle in Division 2, and Who not?
Well, look at them now. Look at the Jets there, a top 4 side potentially.
They're flying. They won their Division 3 game, and we'll touch on that division now. 5-11-41 to Croydon North Hemlock 2-4-16. Coldstream 9-5-59 defeating Mitcham 2-1-13. Moorbark just got over the top of South Croydon. Your roughie was
the wild card pick.
The wild card was just off. 5-7-37 to 4-2-26. Eastern Devils 11-7-73 defeating North Ringwood Red 5-3-33. Just before we get into those games, you'll see on your screens that there's a banner there for Holly Habenschus.
Habenschus, yeah.
So,
as you can see on the left, the dad, Steve, is a Montrose Life member. Played all of his career down here at Montrose as well. Club legend as well, and he's also a very nice bloke as well, which is great. It'll bring a smile on his face, I reckon, Steve as well. So it's great to see Holly playing 100th game.
And I have to admit, the banner is actually pretty awesome.
I hope he's not going to run through it, because that banner is absolutely magnificent.
Well, yeah, you want to
take
keep
that
it.
home. Take that home and put it on your wall.
Just frame it somewhere.
I just got a message. Blake's already got that hanging in his bedroom.
I didn't get one like that, Ray, when I played my 100th here.
There you go, mate.
I think when I'll take it back a few years if you want. We have a bit of time. When I had my 100th game, there was about 5 banners. So you can choose whatever one you wanted to run through.
What do you mean there was 5 banners?
Well, he had
Did you run out in 5 banners?
relatives turned up. That's what it was.
No, but the thing was, there was 5 blokes playing their 100th game when I was playing mine.
Who'd you play that day?
I think we played Scoresby Listerfield, so they merged together.
They would have beat you. Wouldn't
They did actually beat us, but we
surprised.
beat them in the grand final, so we can laugh about that. So so it was also great to see that day as well, which was great for everyone to see.
I'm a Scoresby junior, so I'm glad Scoresby knocked you off.
Yeah, but what about the grand final, though? We knocked them off there.
We've yet to prove that, Ryan Long. You say you're a Scoresby junior. Lee's been through all the things. We've got no record of this.
Yeah, I went through 3 years worth of footage. Can't find anything. Kate couldn't find any photos. So
have you got photos of the bench?
That's photos of the bench.
She's found one photo. She's found a photo.
He was playing left, right, out.
Look, I was a wingman. I didn't touch the footy much. Just ran.
Luckily for me, all the photos of me in my junior career, they're in a different league, but I've intentionally had them burnt. So.
I do have footage at home of a game that I tore apart, Wanturna South in a second quarter where I kicked 3 goals in a row. Did they get the footage of that one? I'll put that up.
There you go.
Did they turn up?
They were on the bottom of the ladder, and we did win by 120-something points.
So back to the footy, I think I might throw it over. I'll ask everyone this question. Who do you think, we won't do a tip, obviously we'll wait till proceeding starts and all that, but where do you think is this game's going to be won, and who's going to be the one that's going to turn around, put the team on their shoulders? So we'll start off with you two, and then we'll go to Ray if you want to have a chat, Ray, of course.
Well, for Montrose and Waverley Blues are now running out of the park. Let's touch on them. For Waverley Blues, I reckon Stephanie Peacock, with her move into midfield, I think she'll be a bit of an X factor through that midfield line, and obviously go up forward and kick some goals. For Montrose, I reckon it's Rachel Hardy. It's she's definitely an exciting proposition. It's Hardy, just been absolutely superb. From the first season for Montrose, of course, has experience with Q and the VAFA, and they're playing in the top division in the VAFA back then and now. So I think it'll come down to those two players. What do you reckon, Ryan?
Yeah, definitely. I think you're right. I think if they are to win, Rachel Hardy probably has a massive game, and she has already this season. She's been best on in quite a few games. I'm also looking forward to seeing Jet Harris. I know very strong netballer, was in the Netball Association champs, and she's new to footy this season.
She's the Montrose all-rounder.
All-rounder. Well, I think she'll add a bit of pace to the game. For Waverley Blues, I think it is that forward line, but I do believe we do have the milestone lady about to come out. 100 games.
Which is a terrific milestone, and it's great to see Montrose getting around, and she'll come out to applause as they give her a guard of honour as well, which is just great to see. So
Great to see the coaches as well.
As how she comes out onto the park, Holly Haventress for her 100th game. And there goes the banner.
Were you happy with that little bit of slow motion?
That's a waste. I think she snuck under it hoping that it wouldn't destroy it too much, but her teammates had a different idea.
Both sides just moving, going into their final paces ahead of this Deakin Uni women's match of the round out here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. We'll introduce our two other panel members. Of course, we've got you're down on the boundary, with Kate Green. So you might not. Well, I was about to say you might not need the jacket, but it's still a bit chilly because you're going to be bathed in sunshine alongside Kate Green down there.
Well,
right?
we were, but then I've just seen the shadow come in on the boundary. So I'm not too happy
poor
with that at the
you.
moment.
You watch them drift across
You
as
actually
the
like-
game proceeds.
That's right. I'm going to go on the far side, maybe.
You're acting like Josh Ward at the moment whenever he's on the boundary. Oh, it's
Doesn't
raining.
do the wet.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good.
He's very
No. Hey, come on. There was a couple of weeks ago where it was raining and I still managed to survive. But no, we're all set up for a big game. Thank you to Ray Baird for joining us as well. It's great to have you down here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. But joining us now is Chris Curtis, who will be calling all the action alongside Blake Tennant. Chris, great to have you on board for this big contest out here.
Thank you, boys. Good to be here. And I've never been down here to Montrose before, but I have to say this view from where we are is absolutely brilliant. So I'm excited for a good day of footy.
Yeah, as we might have to
Move down one, I think,
I
Josh.
think we're going to have to chop and change a little.
So this is what happened when commentators decide to choose their own spots. That's why we had the chaos earlier.
So we...
I don't know. Where everyone? What are you doing?
We're having the time of our lives out here. But Chris, I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing Montrose and the Waverley Blues, two top sides in Division 2, as all the umpires are out onto the park now. It's set to be a great contest between the two.
Yes, mate, definitely. Well, I'm excited to see what Montrose can do because at the start of the round they were in third and they got leapfrogged by, I think it was Berwick yesterday with Berwick's win over Kilsyth. So excited to see how they respond. Obviously, though, there's, I think, only 8 points separating these two sides. So should have a good close game of footy.
We certainly will. And Blake, I was just about to say you don't have the headset on, but you actually do have the headset on.
I do, mate, yes.
I know you're looking forward to seeing Montrose and Waverley Blues again, who I know I might have backed against them, but still I was really impressed what they did for 3 quarters against Surrey Park earlier in the season. Out at Surrey Park Reserve too. They lost that game by 48 points, but they still put in a monumental effort, didn't they?
Oh, they did, and it's good to see as well. So I was just mucking around there. What was the question? Sorry. Mate.
Oh, seeing Waverley Blues again after they put up a pretty strong performance.
Yeah, I was too busy fiddling with the mics and all that. Anyway, it was a pretty, I think Surrey did their homework sort of thing. They did. They utilised Stephanie Peacock. She didn't really have any impact as we've seen her do lately as well, which is good to see. And it'd be good to see them again. And they would probably want to. They've probably seen us, and they would like to respond. And I would say the thing about this game for Waverley Blues, because all these supporters probably be Montrose, and there'll be might be a couple of Waverley, is to shush the crowd, break the silence, sort of thing, stamp their authority early days to say, hey, we're here to play and ruin the party.
And I reckon they'll want to do that bright and early, Chris, because if you get on a run early on, then then the quiet will be a little bit quieter, and who knows, they might be able to build on it.
No, it's definitely right. I think, the way you do that, especially playing away from home, is if you get chances early, you got to take them. You got to put the foot to the throat of the opposition and really capitalise, because you feel like, with a crowd like this for an occasion like this today, which is brilliant, by the way, but you have to take your chances, because the longer the game will go on, the more likely the crowd is to get involved and the more likely you're going to be to face a run from the opposition.
As we'll cross down now, boundary side to Brian Long and Kate Green. I'll introduce you for the first time to the broadcast. Kate, I'm sure you're very excited about the day out here today.
Very much so. I'm just celebrating women, and women's sport is so incredibly important. I can't emphasise that enough.
And Ryan?
Oh, sorry, boys.
Yeah,
Just keeping a watch on the toss there. It looks like the Waverley Blues are going to the right side of your screen and should be all set for a big game. Conditions very nice on ground level.
And just a quick one for you too. I'll ask who's your tip and who wins?
Waverley.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with Waverley. I don't think there'll be much in it.
We love Clint, but we also love Gillette.
That's not what he said inside, I seem to recall.
I'm not too sure, Lee.
We'll go to you, Josh.
I'm still back in Montrose. I had them as my roughie against, or wildcard against Waverley Blues. I reckon they get the job done here. Chris, who are you tipping here?
I'll be honest, boys, I like to bet the underdog. So last match of the round I was out at, I backed Mulgrave, they got the win. So I'll back Montrose here. I'm excited to see what they can do.
I think we all know who my tip will be. I think they'll win by about a 2 to 3 goal margin as well. So we're about to commence proceedings. Umpires about to get ready, of course. You'll see on the broadcast that it's all girl umpires today. Girls stay out. Down here at Montrose Recreation Reserve, it's Montrose taking on Waverley Blues, and to commence proceeding is Chris Curtis.
So we've got the ball up, and this Sunday match of the round broadcast is underway. As boys, long inside 50. It's off hands, no clean possession. There was a push there, but play on. It's out to the far side wing. It's going to come out. And the snap on goal is out for a behind. No, out on the full. So Waverley will look to come out of their defensive 50 here as they look long. Down the far side wing. There's a pack forming under the ball. It's spilled out off hands. Montrose look to rebound. Kick is on its way at goal. It's looking good. Bouncing the goal square. And we have our first major of the day.
Yes, it is. Just a great run on goal there. Summed it up really well there as well, Josh. Great start for the Montrose.
It certainly is, and I think that was Hannah Lawson with the first goal. A couple of early touches, one going inside 50. That one went inside 50 and went straight through the middle. So we talked about Waverley Blues wanting to get the first goal on the board. It's Montrose who do just that, and I have to admit, I think they've got an orange ball out here, which I don't mind it.
It's due to the cerebral cancer, I believe, that we was talked about on pre-game with all the guest speakers. Is Waverley get the clearance going forward here, and this is going to be picked up again. Now it's by Chelsea Whitnish, and a big strong booming kick here, and it's mark taken. And it's taken by Elisa Hull here, playing for Waverley Blues here to kick Waverley's first goal of the game here. Montrose, of course, kicked the first goal here. Can she kick it? Elise Hull lines up. Kick, it's on its way, and it's there. Waverley Blues get their first of the day, and that moves the score back to 1 straight 6 apiece. So great start there by both teams. Very good, both teams on the scoreboard. And Hull there, Josh, gets the first one for Waverley.
Well, we saw a couple in that match of the round. She was the only goal kicker Elise saw, and she was probably the most threatening forward on the day, and looks set for a big day out here.
Yes, indeed. As play resumes.
As we go forward, Montrose looking to respond now. They kicked the first, but Waverley had a quick response. So, ball in the inside 50. It's going to go out for a boundary throw-in. So we're locked into Montrose forward half so far. As Blake just said, one major apiece. Scores tied at 6 as we're just about 3 minutes into this opening term. And a good amount of footy so far. So ball is thrown up. We go to the back of the pack, off hands. Still no clean disposal out of that stoppage. And it looks like the umpire will call for it again. So locked in, and we are ready to go again. Ball still inside the Montrose forward 50. As it's tapped out, there's going to be a Montrose player gets to it first, but Waverley quick to tackle. So not a lot of clean footy, I should say, around the stoppage so far. A lot of stop-start action. As we'll ball up for the third time in practically the same space. So Montrose will do the roving kick off the ground, and it's going to be locked up again. But there's a holding free kick that is going to go the way of Waverley. So they'll look to bring it up the pitch and take a bit of territory themselves as they look for a target. Smothered off hands. Montrose have numbers around the footy. It's brought to ground by number 15, Hannah Lawson. And the umpire will call for it again. So no clear run yet. No one breaking away from the stoppage. We've got a lot of stop-start. And there's Lawson again. It will go forward. into the Montrose forward 50. Sent right back out to where it came from. And a pack mark taken there by Chloe Jones. She's one of the standout players for Montrose, 6 times in best this season. She's looking at a big run up. I'd actually like the distance from here, but I'm happy to be surprised and proven wrong. So she'll wind up and just send it inside forward 50. It's a pack forming. It's off hands. There's a few numbers out the back of the pack for Montrose. Ball spill out. Waverley looking to do the defensive works off the hands of Emma White, as Waverley will look to just get a bit of a mongrel kick outside of their defensive 50. And there's Renee James, who will look up the wing. It's out the pack here, 1v1 for Montrose. It's going to come off hands. Bodies falling around the footy. And it's going to be wrapped up and another stoppage.
I reckon one matchup player that Waverley Blues will want to keep an eye on, Hannah Lawson. She's had plenty of possessions in these opening couple of stages.
Definitely has. There's the 2 rucks going at it here. Ball's on the other side, Wayne Hardy, of course, and in there as well is Capamola. Capamola does spin once, spins twice, and gets wrapped up and holding the ball. And it's going to be a holding the ball free kick, and taking that at the moment is again that player in Coley Jones, who started terrific here, Josh.
She has. Coming across from Donvale with that Premier Division experience, going to be crucial today and for the rest of the season for Montrose.
So Jones brings that back action into play. And the 100 gamer and Havenchush gets the ball here. And it's going to go out of bounds. I don't know if it will be a Waverley Blues kick. Yes, it will be. So it's going to go to the Waverley Blues. And Emma White, we saw her, Josh.
We did.
She was very good. I think she was best on. And a great mark taken there. So plays on immediately down inside the forward 50 arc to Carroll. So Ali Carroll here, the captain of Montrose this year, can line up here and kick Montrose's second. So this will be a huge kick here, Josh.
Certainly will be. I think she kicked 2 last game, 2 of Montrose's 4 last games, so going to play a key role today.
So Carroll lines up. Crowd will tell us. It's going to go drifting to the right. Havenchush in there. And it's going to go out of bounds directly on the scoreboard end here. Oh, it's going to go Montrose. Might have been a kick.
Last touch rule.
Yes.
Yeah. So Jones again. She started really well here and finds it. Great mark taken. That's by Hannah Lawson. Guess who sort of thing here.
Yeah.
So Hannah Lawson. She's got Harris there. She needs, doesn't go there for that run-on kick here. She wants to back herself. She did kick a 50-metre bomb here. So Lawson lines up. Kick, it's sort of on its way. It's getting touched. Will this go through? No, it won't. Waverley got the numbers. Involved there again. He's that player in 21. We don't have the number. Big strong tackle there. It was played by Peacock. Sorry, that was Harshaw. Peacock gets the ball here. Harris involved here. Gets a little bit of a push. Rogers involved. Not chosen players getting involved at this stage as well. In amongst it there is Wilson. Inside Montrose's, deep inside Montrose's 450 here. Havenchush involved there. She picks up the ball. Trying to get involved early. He's down there at the Demons Army. We're going to go deep inside Waverley Blues.
As the ball is just about on the halfway mark, it's going to go out. Montrose there through Hannah Lawson. So off hands, Waverley Blues are going to intercept it and pick it up though. They've got numbers around the stoppage as the kick goes high. Pack forming underneath. It's going to be taken. So Waverley taking the time to get numbers forward inside that forward 50. There's a lead deep in the forward 50. It's going to be an intercept mark in the form of Tiana Whitnish.
She's having a really good year too, Chris.
She is, and she's looking to continue that today as she finds Rogers.
Boundary.
Let's go boundary side to Ryan Long.
Well, that number 21, that is Harshaw.
Yes,
in
thank
the,
you.
21.
Yes.
First game from Canada as well.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
So we continue play on the far side wing. Ball is making its way into Montrose's forward 50. As the snap from just about the boundary line looks decent.
Oh.
How's the bounce? That's a goal. That's a great goal.
That is a great
From
goal.
a very, very tight angle. I almost
No
didn't believe
celebration
it.
too. Get up.
Wow.
I reckon that was Grace. That was Grace Rogers with the shot on goal. That is, well, they're taking their chances early on, Montrose, and they'd be happy with this.
Clear goal there.
One goal cushion, and well, I think she was BNF the last couple of seasons. Grace Rogers showed why there with an absolutely superb finish, and great stuff there from the Montrose player in the goal square to just let it bounce through. If it was a men's match of the round, that definitely would have been a contender for Tobin Brothers goal of the day.
Yes, it will be. It will be good to see if we can get a goal of the day as well for girls. Anyway, proceedings commence now. Jones involved. There is again and Emily Rogers. The big ruckman, of course, and Emily Harvey, of course, she's in there involved for the Blues. It's in the centre of the ball down here at Montrose Recreation Reserve here. Big crowd in for this massive occasion. Ball's in the middle of the square sort of thing here. But it's going to be a free kick. I think it is going to Montrose. So number 17.
Just quickly.
Molly McKenna. Let's go, boundary.
Just quickly, shots on goal. Montrose 7 with 2 conversions to Waverley's 1 and 1 conversion.
And a great mark taken there. Another player that was alluded to in the pre-game is Jason Healy. She began footy in 2015, Josh, at Montrose. One of the key players. We'll get back to you shortly, Josh. As Healy lines up, crowd will tell us. And it's going to go through for a behind. So moves to score 2-1-13 Montrose to the Waverley Blues 1 straight 6.
She's definitely got a thumping boot on her, Jocelyn Healy. Just some good play early on from Montrose, who I think they're taking advantage in that midfield battle with the likes of Rachel Hardy, Hannah Wilson, and Chloe Jones, Chris.
That's exactly right. As the ball goes to the stand side on the wing here, offhand, it's going to be picked up by Rachel Hardy. Handball to her teammate, look for it back, didn't get it, but she gets it back now. The ball's been tapped on the ground. Feel like if Montrose can get out through hands, they'll be through here. And it looks like they have, but the fumble's going to give it to Waverley. Intercepted by Montrose, through Hardy again, kick inside 50. Free mark there. And they're going to look inside, bit of indecision there. But finally just sends it deep. Off hands in the pack. Doing the roving work there is Theobald. Can't quite get a clean touch. And it's going to be wrapped up just on the boundary line.
I think we have a number 48 I've just noticed, and it looks like Kate Green's going to the Montrose bench. So
if anyone's going to find it out, she will, Josh.
She definitely
Best of the
will.
business, I say.
There's Waverley grab it straight out of the ruck. Kick to the edge of 50. Marked by Stephanie Peacock, I think it was. He's doing her work in midfield for today. As the ball goes down the wing. And it's going to bounce out the back of the pack. There's Hardy again. A lot of footy in the last few minutes from Hardy. But her kick is going to be intercepted by a Waverley defender. So Waverley probably the chance to just slow it down a bit here. It's a lot of frantic footy, opposite from what we started from. But the kick's going to go to the back of the pack. Picked up there by Sarah Morley, who sends it inside 50. Good contest down there, 1v1 with Elise Hull, who's already kicked a major for today. To Waverley's only one of the day so far. She'll pick it up again, looking to fend one off, gets hands to the teammate. Snappy's Goldwood from flood. And it's going to be kicked off the ground and in. Great stuff from Waverley. So we heard before, 1 shot on goal to 1 goal. And they've converted again here with their second attempt of the day.
Jeez, that bounced at right angles.
It bounced a wrong one, as BWS would say, and they ended up with the results.
Actually bounced in. I looked down on my board. I thought someone had kicked it off of the ground, but you're right. That's bounced at right angles.
The great Shane Keith Warren will be looking up at the mountain there and looking how good
Boundary.
that was. So it was great to see.
Going down to the boundary.
Okay, number change. Harbinson, we have her down as 23. She's actually 48. They forgot to update us.
Okay.
Thank you, Kate.
That's Mackenzie Harbinson, number 48.
So as play continues, Waverley Blues just got that one there. Getting involved is Theobald. It's Rachel. Gets a kick off down here on the other side wing down here. Hardy involved You'll be seeing her a lot on this broadcast. She kicks away with Renee James. And once it is, the Waverley Blues trying to bring it down to the forward line here. Good tackle there. Bit of a sling. Yep, I called it. Yep.
That's the umpiring experience, Blake.
Yep. What do I say, Josh? You want to repeat?
5-time grand finalist.
There you go, Josh. There you go.
It's like Ed Bundy.
Sarah Morley will commence proceedings. Josh loves saying that on the broadcast. As she plays on immediately here. Shot kick there.
Boundary.
Let's go boundary side of Kate Green in a minute, surely. As we play continues down. Waverley got a kick off here, and that is not a good kick, and it's going to go out of bounds to the full. Let's go, Kate Green.
Lee Green, we need to get bigger headphones for when Bralake is on.
I like the Balake there. That was a really
stick. I don't believe it. Ball's out to the edge of the forward 50. There's a bit of a drop there, kicked off the ground by Harvey. It's going to be picked up by Peacock. Snap is on its way. I think it's just drifted right. So Stephanie Peacock, how's she been going this season, Josh?
I think that's 25 goals for the season. The second leading goal kicker in Division 2 behind Alari Georgia Malcoon.
Very, very impressive.
Josh Ward there, Eastern Football Netball League media team historian right there. As Stephanie Peacock plays on here. Big shot kick here. Who's going to get... Oh, great mark taken there. And it's again that player there, Chris, in Madeline Flood. She's already kicked one, Chris.
She kicked that one we just saw before that bounced at right angles. And she'll need to work the angles here. She's just on the boundary line, maybe a step off it. About 20 metres off. She'll go for the drop punt. It's on its way, puck underneath moving. And it's across the face for a behind.
She needed a bit more of the angle of the dangle there. Too.
I have to say, I love hearing that at the start of every single Spotify episode we put out on the Eastern Football Netball League channel.
It's great to see Brash. He gives a lot to the media team, which is great to see. As Charlotte Green, Montrose Jr. kicks the ball. Great mark taken there by Whitnish. She was runners-up in the best and fairest for Montrose last year. Plays on here. Got numbers to the ball. To Montrose. Hardy involved also with James. James picks it up. Kicks the ball. And again, Whitnish takes a great mark. Down the background there's my car. So as Whitnish plays on there.
Don't hit it.
And then we're down to the other side wing down here at Montrose. Gets a big soccer kick there. Waverley do have numbers to the ball here. Which again picked up by Poon. Montrose want to try and get the ball moving forward here. Chain of hand passes here for the Blues and a kick again. They're looking pretty good. This ball movement's working well for the Blues here as we speak. A lot of numbers to the ball, and this is going to be wrapped up through for a ball up.
In the grand, just on this quarter, I think Waverley Blues will be happy that they've gone the lead here. I think they've Montrose had the early territory. It'll be interesting to see if they can hold up here. And the Waverley Blues have fought back, and pretty much I think it's 5 scores they've had. They've kicked the 2 behinds, but they've only had one that's either fall short or gone out of bounds on the full.
Yes, it is, Josh. It's good. They'll be pretty happy to, break the silence. I think that's probably what Clint might have said. I don't know if he would, but it could have been on his whiteboard. And a high tackle going to Montrose. Brandees will take this. She plays on to Hardy. She's been everywhere this first quarter.
That's
Team of the Year member, of course. Who's going to get there as well? Involved there is Healy. Snap around the corner by Jones. And it's going to be still in play. And it's going to go out of bounds.
Like you said, Josh, just a few times that Montrose have had a look at goal, but it's just fallen short.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's very important that Waverley have been able to capitalise on their chances like we spoke before the game about. But it's a ball up inside Montrose's forward 50, so a chance to either tie the game or retake the lead here as the snap's on its way. And that's through. That's going to retake the lead. Terrific crumb work by Montrose there.
I think that was Chloe Jones who kicked that one.
Chloe Jones, she just had to snap the shot on goal beforehand. That went out of bounds, but 6 times in best so far this season, Chloe Jones. And she's kicked a goal to make a case for getting another vote in this game. So, just over a minute left in this opening term. Scoreboard reads Montrose 3-1-19, leading the Waverley Blues 2-14.
And a bit of a reward for effort there for Montrose. They have had probably slightly better quarter, but it's certainly going to be interesting to see how they go.
Boundary.
Going down to the boundary with Kate Green.
Shots on goal at the moment. Montrose has converted 3 from 10 shots, where Waverley have only converted 2 from 5 shots.
So we'll have the ball in the middle of the oval. Half a minute left on the clock. As it's the Rucks do their work. Montrose first hands on it. Somehow got boot to ball. As can't through Waverley Blues. Bit of a scuffed kick, but it's inside the forward 50. They need to keep it there and try and get a score in this remaining 20 seconds. As it's going to be cleared by Lawson of Montrose into the middle. Good mark taken by Grace Rogers. Has gone inside 50 quickly. There's a 2v2 down there. 5 left on the clock. They need to pick it up and get a shot on goal. And the snap's on its way.
Oh, that's through.
Does that count?
Yeah,
I think
that
That counts.
That's going to count.
Yeah,
The
kick occurred before the siren. So
boot got to ball with about a second left on the clock. And was that Hannah Lawson with the goal? We got boys.
I'm not 100%
Who was
sure.
The whole of Montrose Recreational Reserve went silent as that ball was bouncing.
Get another replay if we can leave, if that's okay.
I think that
But
might
it
have
will
been
stand.
Hannah Lawson. I reckon that was Hannah Lawson who
So
kicked the...
we'll give it to Hannah Lawson for now.
Or
Have you
is
got
it-
confirmation on that, Josh?
Not 100%
Here we go.
sure. We might... I don't think we'll be able... I don't have confirmation, but... I reckon it was Hannah Lawson who did kick it.
So we'll put it as Hannah Lawson.
We'll give it to her for now. We won't
Yeah.
deny
Or
it. I saw
maybe-
the number 15.
Or maybe it could have been Chloe Jones. It could have been Chloe Jones. A bit of confusion, but still, nevertheless, a crucial goal to end the quarter for Montrose.
So Montrose lead at quarter time. It's Montrose 4-1-25 to the Waverley Blues 2-2-14. Goal kickers, of course. We'll throw it over to you, Chris, if you've got the goal kickers available.
So for Montrose, Chloe Jones with 1. Hannah Lawson, we just gave her that one. That makes it 2 for the day. And Grace Rogers with a single from Waverley. Single goals to Elise Hull and Madeline Flood.
Alrighty, so we're going to take a quick break. And after this, we'll have second quarter
Boundary.
action. Oh, let's go boundary side.
Gentlemen, you're going to have to change that goal. It was actually Jack Healy that kicked
There
that
you
last
go.
one.
So,
all right.
So we'll change it over. After this, we're going to take a quick break and second quarter action after this.
Do you want to study at the #1 sports science school worldwide? Study sport at Deakin and benefit from the most advanced sports facilities available, from running tracks to biomechanics labs and decked out gyms to a climate chamber. Deakin have what you need to graduate ahead of the pack. Discover endless opportunities in sports science by visiting deakin.edu.au/sports. Deakin, proud sponsors of the Here For Now.
Back to Montrose Recreation Reserve. We're just going to go quickly down here between the Deakin University Match and round. Kate Green, let's go boundary side first.
Shirley, tough quarter to start out with, a bit shaky.
Oh, it was. I think we matched up pretty well, and that was one of the things that I really wanted to do to start. So, 4-1, I wanted to hit the scoreboard in a positive manner, and they've really done that today. So, yeah, good start.
Message for the girls moving forward into second quarter?
It was just keep the pressure up. That's probably our best start we've done against a quality side, so just keep it up.
All the best.
Let's go again to Ryan Long, who's got Clint Martin.
Yes, I've got Clint Martin, the Waverley Blues senior coach down here. Clint, pretty competitive quarter from both sides, and it was just those last 2 goals from Montrose that put them in front.
Yeah, we just probably let ourselves down a bit in the last 2 minutes. I can't afford to give goals away like that in that time. It's we worked hard all quarter, and only to give 2 away like that wasn't good enough.
And your forward 50 options have been pretty good. You've been able to hit up some targets, take some marks inside 50, and kicking in front of goals been a big positive as well.
Yeah, 100%. It's we've got those calibre of players there that can do it and be able to get into our forward 50. It's not like we didn't have any entries, so we just need to use it wisely when we get in there. Don't go too deep in the pocket.
No worries. All the best for the rest of the game.
There you go. So you have it from both coaches there, Shalette Baker and, of course, the Waverley Blues head coach Clint Martin. As we commence proceedings, Montrose leading 4-1-25 to the Waverley Blues. 2-2-14. Fast start for the Demons here. Can Waverley respond as well? Bit of holding going on there. No called. So the ball's shifting away there as well. Harris involved there. It's been very involved early days here for the Demons. Kick again there by Emily Harvey. Wilkinson involved there. Same as well there with Dove. Ball's getting away here as well. Kicking away to Pears. That's Lauren. Handball away. Carroll involved, the captain. Does a chain of hand passes to Hardy. Got a kicking ball there for Montrose. Gets a handball. That's a good tackle. No called. Monis involved there as well for the Demons. And he gets a kick there. That was by Farah. Another kick as well was again by James, who takes a great mark there. That was again by the number 23, Elise Hill. She's already kicked one. She's going to set it up here for the Waverley Blues deep inside, and an intercept mark taken again there by Tiana Witness. She's been superb for the Demons, Chris.
So we go out, another mark there for Montrose in the form of Jet Harris, who's going to go quickly. Ball's on the ground, 3v1 in favour of Waverley Blues here, and they'll come out with the ball, looking towards their forward 50. Kick only as far as the Montrose defender in Eleanor Carroll, as she looks wide to a teammate. Kick will fall short though. So ball to be won here in the middle of the ground. It's kicked off the ground by Jones. There's a bit of a scuffed kick there, but Waverley will pick it up. Snap on goal. And the bounce won't favour him. So that one's going to hang to the left for the first score of this quarter, as the lead now stands at 10 points. So Montrose will look to bring it out through Whitnish. Not through through Tiana Whitnish, my apologies. So she'll go out to the far side wing. Pack forming under the ball. It's off hands out the back. And it's picked up now off hands. Carroll looks forward with a kick, finds a teammate who will take the mark and look to go straight away, sending the ball forward. Waverley Blues defender was in front. She'll take the intercept mark. I believe that's Sarah Morley, who's had a good bit of the footy to start this quarter. She'll find Stephanie Peacock, who plays on, bursts through the middle, sends a kick to her teammate who takes a mark in Amelia Bishop. She'll wind back and look at her options. She goes forward now, throws it on the left boot. 2v2 underneath the ball. Waverley got hands to it. It's come to ground. Great spoil by Whitnish there to deny a great chance for Waverley. It's picked up here. Will go send back into the middle by Montrose. So they've managed to hold well defensively, and they'll look to do a bit of attacking of their own. As the ball goes forward, it's off hands. 2v1 there in favour of Waverley Blues. Poon was around it. It's cleared by Charlotte Pearson. So ball in the middle now, picked up by Harris. It's out the back. Great spoil there. So terrific defending from both sides to open this term. It's Morley who send it forward. Ball hits the deck. 2v2 down there inside the inside 50. It's going to be picked up by Charlotte Green and cleared. And the mark taken. Play on immediately. Kick was only as far as the opposition defender in Kapamola, who will look to slow play down a bit, but then she goes again quickly. So some fast-paced footy to open up this second quarter. It's down to Morley again, who's had a lot of the footy so far. Waverley have had the ball inside their forward half, just haven't been able to capitalise on it yet as the ball is wrapped up and the umpire will call for a throw-in as it's gone up. Rucks do their work, balls hit the deck. There's Morley again. Maybe the 6th or 7th time she's got hands on the footy so far in the second quarter. The space opens up for a shot on goal for Waverley. It's on its way and it's straight through the big sticks. So that was number 10 in Amelia Bishop. Kicks the first goal of the second term, Blake.
Yeah, she does, and Maris lead to 4 points, Josh.
It is, and I reckon this is the stage where Montrose, their defence is really going to be tested. This is the period where Waverley Blues will look to get the ascendancy. Let's see if the Montrose defence and midfield can stand up. And without Rachel Hardy, who looks like she's been given a bit of a rest, she's put in a monumental effort as always, as Hardy.
She has indeed. As the two rucks going out again, the kick was Chelsea Whitnish. Waverley Blues looking to get inboard here. Stephanie Peacock. We've seen her a lot in this afternoon game. There's on immediately here as well. That was by Morley. Morley bounces and just going to go through for 8 behind. Moves the score to Waverley Blues 3-5-23 to Montrose 4-1-25. A 3-point lead to the Demons early stages of this second quarter.
She's got pace to burn, does Sarah Morley.
She does as well, wearing the helmet, so pretty easy to find. As well, Harris getting a little bit of a tap.
She's been big this quarter, hasn't she? And also 18 down back. I misspoke before, but that's Claudia Walsh.
Yeah.
Both players getting a lot of the footy early on, Josh.
That's a magnet switch, I reckon, there from Clinmarn. Walsh was starting in the forward half. Now she's gone back to, I reckon, add a bit of leadership to that defensive line for the Blues. As
play resumes now. Here come the Blues, speaking of them, they're back in the attack here. Chain of hand passes there. That was again by Hull. Involved there. And a big strong tackle, and it's going to be a holding free going to the Waverley Blues. And that is Rebecca Dallas. We're at number 3. She's looking likely she's going to back herself in here.
First gamer, Blake.
First gamer too. Probably as well, which is great to see. Involved there is that number 30 in Flood. She's already kicked one. Involved there is again in Dove. A big strong tackle there, and it's going to be a ball up there. So we're deep inside the 450 of the Waverley Blues. The ball has slowly been involved in the arc area of the Waverley Blues this quarter. Haven't really seen much through from Montrose. The ball's inside the 450 of the Blues. Jones involved. She's been everywhere for all the Demons as well.
So we're still locked deep inside the Waverley Blues forward 50. A goal would reclaim the lead, but the ruck hit out goes far back, only as far as Morley though. He's going to snap a goal, and that is straight through from Major. So they do retake the lead. And who else but Sarah Morley, who has had a massive quarter so far. Probably about, from a rough count, maybe the 10th or 11th time she's got hands on the footy, and she'll add a goal to that.
Yeah, that's a brilliant piece of play from Sarah Morley. Just went off her player, and that's another great goal there from someone who's such a key player for the Waverley Blues inside that forward 50, and just another attacking option. That's now 4 individual goal kickers for 4 goals for both Montrose and Waverley Blues.
As the ball up in the middle, Waverley Blues will win it again, so they've got some good momentum. Ball goes into their forward 50. And it's going to be a great contested mark. It was a 1v1 contest. Elise Hall wins out. So her goal in the first term took her to 21 for the day. Or for the season, I should say. And she will look for 22 here. Currently third on the goal kicking leaderboard. As she looks goalward, ball drift right by the looks of things, and it's wide for her behind. So we've spoken about taking the crowd out of it, and Waverley have done just that so far, locking the ball and really holding territory. So Montrose need to get something going here, because practically the whole first half of this quarter has been played in their defensive 50. But the kick found an open target. Ball was off hands though as the mark was dropped. Bit of a bump in the back there. Umpire says nothing doing, so play will continue. It's going to be wrapped up maybe 60 from Waverley's goal. So umpire will have a ball up. And the Rucks are in there doing their work as always. Tap was won by Chelsea Whitnish. As the ball will go out to the far side wing. Good tackle there. Ball was dropped. It's going to be holding.
Yeah, it was there.
So it was a good tackle initially, but then the tackle continued after the player didn't have the ball. So it'll be Waverley free kick. Player on the mark is maybe 65, 70 out from Waverley's goal. We sent in Morley. Found a pocket of space in between two Montrose defenders and will go back. She just kicked the last one. And she'll look to have another attempt from maybe 50 out on a 45-degree angle. She wastes no time in running in. Kicks on its way. Distance is going to be close, but it's a mark taken on the line by Chelsea Whitnish there. So no score on that attempt. As Whitnish will look to just go long and far up the far side wing. Morley got hands on it. It's dropped out to her teammate, but obviously touch from Morley. So play continues. Putting body on the line was Renee James.
Throw.
Umpiring connoisseur Blake Tennant says throw. Says throw. We're blessed to have such expertise here.
Just on the 10-minute mark, Waverley had doubled their inside 50s from the previous quarter.
And it shows, you can definitely tell just looking at the game from a spectator's point of view. So good pack mark taken there from Montrose. They'll look to get an inside 50 of their own, but they've still got a bit of work to get there. As it's just a 1v1 in their forward 50 at the moment. Kick down the wing. Awkward bounce. It's going to go out off Charlotte Green, I believe.
It's going to be a ball up there,
Yeah,
Chris.
It's going to be a ball up.
If it's a bit contentious, they maul it up for the last touch rule.
Fair enough. So far side wing, ball up is thrown. It's going to be Montrose wing clearance. Kick only went about 20 metres though, and Waverley are going to be able to rebound here. Standing under the footy alone was Rachel Hardy though. She's going to take the intercept mark and send it forward. Good territory on that kick. It's out the back. Montrose have numbers. Handball was good. It was great work off hands. Kick inside forward 50, and the mark's going to be taken.
Ooh.
First inside 50 for Montrose.
It's going to be taken by Mackenzie Robertson, who had that number change and is now number 48. As Blake points out his car in the background. So the shot's on its way. And it's going to be off hands. Eleanor Carroll couldn't get a clean disposal. As Waverley bringing the ball to ground through Ellie Poon. Ball's still alive here, so still a lot of work to be done. Cleared by Emily Harvey up the far side wing. And it's going to go out of bounds, obviously off Waverley. So Montrose will bring it back into play. They've got it inside their forward 50, Blake. They need to make it count.
They do as well. I think Lee alluded to this will probably be their third inside 50, I reckon, this quarter. So definitely a worry for Montrose. As White's now. That's a great tackle. Well done there. Against the player in white.
That was Lawson.
Yeah, it was Lawson. She's been terrific. So Lawson can slow things down. She plays on. Big kick there. And it's going to go through for another behind. So it moves to score to 4-2-26 Montrose to Waverley Blues 4-5. 29. We're just approaching about 13 minutes into this second quarter. 13 and a bit minutes. Big day out. It's the girls' day out down here at Montrose. If you're watching it on Facebook and YouTube, it's a very big day for the footy club on Montrose. As an intercept mark taken here by Whitnish. So Whitnish now Plays on now. Inside again of Montrose's forward 50. Involved there again was Lawson. Jones involved again. These familiar names on Montrose. A kick around the corner around here. Blues has just got numbers to the ball here, and it was picked up again by Harvey. Another thing on the magnet has been switched here, Josh. Harvey, the ruckman, has been moved to the back line, I've noticed this quarter. She's predominantly been a ruckman. And then mark taken here by Hannah Lawson. So Lawson now plays on here. Booming kick inside the forward 50 of Montrose. But they're kicking forward here by the Blues. This play gets on the deep of the pocket down here at Montrose. Jones involved, and it's going to be wrapped up for a ball up.
That ball almost bounced back to where it was kicked from there.
It went high without us realising. Megan lost it on the camera. So.
So the ball up about 25 out from the Montrose goal. Hugging the boundary line at the moment as it's out. We're going to have a ball up. So the Rucks are in there to do their work. So you've got less than 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. This ball's picked up. Tackle's going to be wrapped up. It's a good tackle by Chloe Pearson just to hold the ball in there. Not letting it get out.
They're shutting out those key players from that first quarter of Waverley Blues. Jones, Hardy, and Lawson. They've had touches the last couple of minutes, but not so much for as consistently this quarter.
That's exactly right. So it's a game of momentum switches and definitely territory game. We saw first part of this quarter was locked in Waverley's forward half, and the last period or so it's been locked in Montrose half. It's a snap, sent goals. There's a defender there. Do they get a touch on it? They will now. There's a ruckman we talked about before in Emily Harvey. He's been good in defence so far.
Have you seen that magnet change though, Josh? You've seen a lot of football in the SM Footy League. Football Netball League. Have you seen that movement? I think that's another magnet that's been moved, I reckon.
I don't think I definitely haven't saw last time Emily Harvey go down in defence. It's again, Clint Martin, he's shown his willingness to switch the magnets around, and it's paying dividends with Walsh and Harvey having big second quarters.
I remember when we were down there at Surrey Park and she was playing as a ruck. So there you go. As Lawson continues playing here. Montrose just need a goal before the siren sounds for half-time, and Lawson, that player, and it's going to go through for a behind. So it moves the score to 4-4-28 to the Waverley Blues, 4-5-29. Entertaining first half of football. We're about 16 minutes going into this second quarter. Big crowd building here as well, as all girls from Montrose are out and displaying out here. Gets a kick off was the Waverley Blues, and it's going to be played on here by Hardy. Kicks to hand passes to Whitnish. Whitnish finds a teammate in Rogers. That's Grace. 8 goals this year. And a great intercept there. Well done there. That was by the player we've been heavily talking about, Josh, and Emily Harvey. She's playing really good in defence.
Really stepping up in these last couple of minutes with Montrose gaining the territory.
Yeah, so there's 2 rucks in there. Carroll gets a hit there. Jones involved, gets tackled, and it's going to be a ball up.
So we're about 15 out from the Montrose goal. Just over 2 minutes left in this half. The ball is going to be wrapped up again, but it's popped out. There's Harvey. We said it might be the first time we've seen her in defence. By the way, she's playing so far, probably not the last. But the ball will be sent up the members stand wing. Picked up by Morley. Great pick up with a left hand. Looking for a don't argue and got wrapped up. Brittany Wilkinson just said no.
The vice captain.
That is terrific stuff. I'd love to see more of that. So Wilkinson looks inside 50. Or just to take territory really. Will fall a bit short of the arc. And it's wrapped up there. So Morley looking to take the game. It was a great left-handed pickup, but got caught eventually. So ball up, maybe 55 from Montrose's goal as it's sent inside by Hannah Lawson. So had a good game so far. Mark taken by Eleanor Carroll, the captain. And she'll line up on a very slight angle, maybe 20 metres out. This would put Montrose 5 in front, retaking the league. Kicks on its way, and it would do just that. So Montrose with another. Eleanor Carroll now on the board. And that takes our score to Montrose 5-4-34, currently leading the Waverley Blues 4-5-29. Been quite a few lead changes so far, Josh.
There certainly has been, particularly this second quarter. As I reckon it was a bit of a shaky set shot, that, but Eleanor Carroll, I've been impressed with her as a ruck and an up forward. Been sometimes swung as a midfielder, and that's, I feel like, a point of difference between the Montrose rucks and Waverley Blues rucks. They're both capable on the ground, Rachel Hardy and Eleanor Carroll. There goes Hardy.
Yeah, she does. Speaking of Hardy, moves it inside the full 50 on Montrose, but again in that player, Emily Harvey. She's taken this game by storm. Well done there. Then it's taken there by James, who plays on, gets smothered on the boot there. That was by Emily Rogers. A lot of Rogers in Montrose's team as Hardy plays on, kicks it inside the forward 50. Couldn't get the mark taken there by Montrose. Harvey gets a little tap off there. And there, well done there by Capamola. And that is siren. Early siren as we got our blew the siren, I think 4 seconds short. But that is half time down here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. It's Montrose 5-4-34 to the Waverley Blues 4-5-29. Before we throw it off to our break, Chris, take it away for the goal kickers for that quarter.
So for Montrose, you have a single to Chloe Jones, Jacqueline Healy, Hannah Lawson, Eleanor Carroll and Grace Rogers, all single goal kickers there. For the Waverley Blues, 1 to Amelia Bishop, 1 to Elise Hull, 1 to Madeline Flood, and 1 to Sarah Morley. So no one with 2 yet.
There you go. So
that time was correct. By the way, I started the clock on
ours. Come on, Lee.
Settle down. He does a great job.
He does do a great job. But anyway, that is half time down here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. It's the Demons up by 5 points at the half.
Do you want to study at the #1 sports science school worldwide? Study sport at Deakin and benefit from the most advanced sports facilities available, from running tracks to biomechanic clubs, and decked out gyms to a climate chamber. Deakin have what you need to graduate ahead of the pack. Discover endless opportunities in sports science by visiting deakin.edu.au/sport. Deakin, proud sponsors of the EFNL.
I don't think we...
We're
back.
There we go. Welcome back to the Deakin University Match of the Round here. It's down here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. It's the Montrose Demons up against the Waverley Blues in a big Division 2 clash down here as well. It's the girls' day out down here. All girls' sides are playing down here at Montrose, of course, with the under-10s, under-12s, 14s,
Boundary.
seniors, and of course we're going to go to Boundary side of Kate Green.
Can we just put out an SOS? We've lost the media manager.
Well, I think he's on his way down. He came up to grab the microphone and headset, and found you've already taken them.
It's got to be quick.
Meanwhile, Ray Baird just told me he's gone to find a spot in the sun, and in fact here he is.
Have you spotted him?
You watch. It's too cold for him up here. On his way.
On his way. Look at him go. Anyway, back to the footy now. So Montrose leading 5-4-34 to Waverley Blues 4-5-29. A big, I would say that quarter was all Waverley Blues, Josh. You would say, and then Montrose, they kicked the 2 goals down the end there. What do you think of that second quarter?
Well, I reckon it was mostly Waverley Blues for that quarter as we get some kind words from Ryan Long. But it was mostly Waverley Blues. Let's see what happens in this third quarter, though, Chris and Blake.
And we've got down to Kate Green.
I have Clint Martin with you. Clint, pretty good quarter for you.
Yeah, the first half was good, and we let ourselves down a little bit in the probably last 5 minutes. We can't afford to do that against good sides, and they've kicked a couple of goals now in the last 2 minutes, so we've got to make sure we're better than that going into this quarter.
Your tackling and forward pressure's been brilliant, though.
Yeah, look, we've got a few outs today, and I'm really, really happy with the way we're going with the ball, and we're in the stoppages, but we've got some key players there we've got to keep an eye on, and we're doing that.
Thanks very much, Clint. All the best.
It was Waverley Blues head coach Clint Martin we've just heard from as the ball's in the middle, and it's off hands, picked up and sent forward by Renee Walsh. Renee James, I should say. My apologies. It's inside forward 50. Morley's around the footy. So too is Shanice Banks as it's popped out off hands. Here's Bishop with it. Still no clean possession or no clean territory gain as it's wrapped up just on the edge of the forward 50 arc. So we've got Emily Harvey, who was doing terrifically in defence, has gone back into the ruck early on as the ball is up here. It's come out, spilled out to the members' side stand. It's picked up again by Bishop, who was sent forward into forward 50. Off hands out the back. Around the footy is Madeline Flood. She picks it up, gets the handball off, only as far as the Montrose defender though. And it comes out through Emma Walker.
Boundary.
Gone down a boundary to Kate Green.
Just with Charlotte Baker, Montrose coach. Really good sneaky last couple of goals to keep you going. Well done.
Yeah, it is. I think that shows that we're pretty relentless right to the end of the scoreboard of the siren. So, if you can get a couple in that last little bit, it's always good, isn't it?
Your forward pressure and your backs with their tackling have been incredibly impressive this first half.
Yeah, no, we sustained a lot of the pressure because they had a lot of the ball in their forward half. So our backs did a really great job to be able to make sure they didn't kick away once they got ahead of us. So to be able to counteract that and get ahead before the half time was fantastic.
Thanks very much. All the best.
No worries.
Charlotte Baker of the Montrose Football Netball Club. As the ball comes up the wing, Blake.
Yes, indeed. It's Jones again in that play. She's been terrific for Montrose. She picks it up yet again, gets tackled. No call there by the umpire. Well done there by Theobald. And again, Capamola involved there as well. Jones, she's just wrestling her way through. She's done a few of those early days as She's playing some good footy, hasn't she, Josh?
She certainly has. That Montrose midfield has been well on top when Jones, Lawson and Rachel Hardy have been in there.
Yes, indeed, as well. There's a chain of handballs for the Blues.
Lucky not to get pinged there.
Thank you there, Lee, as well. Another expert caller coming through, which is great to see. Best in the business there as well. Okay, LM Media finally got that one right. I've been pretty average with that, but I finally got that one right, so I'm pretty proud there.
Them up.
So we're down into the other wing down here of Montrose here. It's been a great game, this one as well, I have to say. Yeah. Both teams really having a good crack at this game of footy as they Waverley get the ball moving forward here. Who's going to get there down there? Staying involved there is again is Finnegan. And involved for the Demons. They will get back onto the attack here in Whitnish. She's just trying to get the ball down forward. Snap around the corner by Morley. Don't tell me. She's kicked a goal.
She's given it the Ficarelli.
That is goal number 2. Jeez, take a bow, Sarah Moley.
We need a goal of the day, goal of the day award here. We really do, because that was brilliant.
That's
we need to bring
on
this
for
in
2 of them
because
already, though, wouldn't she?
She definitely would be. She is a superstar, Sarah Morley. She's missed a couple, but her 2 goals have been absolutely impressive, and she is a genuine X factor in that forward line.
Indeed as well. So that is a 2-point lead going to the Blues. The kick down there, that was by James. Gets the clearance there. Morley, guess who? She's dangerous around this area at the ball. Will she pick it up? Oh. She does. Don't tell me again. Has she got it?
No.
Hold your horses, Blake.
Oh, threw for her behind. She's exciting everyone up down here in the commentary box. And I think all around the ground. Let's go boundary side.
We can hear you, Blake, from down here.
Without the headsets.
Just a message from the media manager. Can you hear Blake?
Anyways, the play continues. And the ball is down inside. Chain of hand passes there by Charlotte Green. Good. Trying to get it away there was number 10 in Bishop, Emilio, and that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a Montrose free kick, I believe. Yes, it is.
It was either last possession or out of bounds on the full.
Yes. So Emma Walker, Deputy Vice Captain for Montrose this year. She plays on to that Hardy direction. She's been everywhere for the Demons. Good kick there. That was again by Tilly Wilson. Capamola involved there. Shepherd. She kicks the ball. Oh, jeez. Courageous stuff there by Green. She picks up the ball. Well done there. As Hardy gets the ball yet again. She's spinning once, spins twice. And a kick there. That was by Chelsea Whitnish.
Bishop's still down at the moment.
Yes, that was a very tough situation there. As Capamola gets the ball moving again for the Blues. And again, by that player of Charlotte Green. She's doing terrific stuff down the back there. Play might be stopped here if I know she's all good now as we speak, which is great to see as well. Snap around the corner with Walker. We'll go boundary shortly.
We'll just keep an eye on Bishop. Even though she's back up and running, she is a bit tender.
Yeah. So as the ball is inside, forward 50 for the Blues. And it's going to be a ball up deep inside the 450 of the Blues.
So we're about 30 metres, maybe 25 out from the goals here. It's going to be grabbed out of the ruck and thrown onto the boot by Madeline Flood. Only as far as the Montrose defender, though, who will burst out on the far side wing. Send it to the edge of the 50. It's going to come straight back to where it came from with a big kick. It's not been touched. It's gone the whole way through. Emma Walker's claiming a touch.
Yeah, it's touch.
It is touch. It didn't look like it from here, but
yeah, I agree
umpires obviously have a much better view than we do.
Indeed, as well.
Do you agree with that one, Blake?
I do agree that was.
It's got the Blake Tennant tick of approval. That's all it ever needs. As Gren will bring it out of the far side wing. Take 2 bounces. She plays on. Goes far side wing. It's off hands. Picked up by Montrose. Sent forward again. So Montrose haven't really had the ball in their attacking half an awful lot this half. But it's going to be Waverley who will bring the ball back into play just about halfway down the oval. And they'll just look to take territory with the kick. Pack forming. There's a brave take by the Montrose player there, going back with the flight of the ball. And Montrose will take their time now and look to set up their system. So kick's chipped into the middle. It was off the hands of Lawson, who couldn't quite take the mark cleanly. But bursting away is Rachel Hardy. She goes forward with the kick. Waverley have numbers behind the footy. It's off hands, off feet as well. Still not picked up cleanly as the ball is just rolled over to what remains of that cricket pitch. It's on the ground. Bodies dropping everywhere. Kicked off the ground by Waverley going forward. Kicked off the ground again. I know the European Championships are on, where we've got the impersonations. As Morley bursts forward, takes a bounce, sets a sights goalward, kicks straight right, and it's short only as far as Emma Walker.
She stepped it up this quarter as Emma Walker in defence.
She has. Good call there, Josh.
She's looked good as the ball goes outside the defensive 50.
As has Rachel Hardy.
Bit of a don't argue from Hardy. He looks forward, finds a teammate in Alicia Comdanos. He's been tackled, dropped the ball. Renee James down there doing some work. Waverley, went for the kick, sold a bit of candy.
Yeah.
Messed up the handball just a bit, was Kavamola.
Good call there.
Blake Tennant agrees with the referee, the umpires again, I should say.
Yeah.
It's good to know they're doing a good job, because if Blake says they're doing a good job, they're doing a good job.
Well, speaking of doing a great job, in fact, a great job, Rachel Hardy, she's got my voice for best on ground already.
She's doing a few Dustin Martins with the don't argue, which is great to see as well. Loved how she's taken the game on, Josh, which is good to see. As Lawson now, that's Hannah, plays on here to Habenchush. 100th game today for the Demons. Great name of the Montrose Footy Club, as well as they might add. Her dad is a life member of this footy club. Chain of hand passes here.
Boundary.
Let's go boundary side of Kate Green.
Gentlemen, I don't know if you've noticed, but just with the setup with the Waverleys, they've always got a loose player at the back, and that seems to be helping them so far this quarter.
Thank you, Kate. There as well as Hardy continues, but it's inside there, White. And it's intercepted by that player, and guess who? It's Hardy. So Rachel Hardy kicks a short ball here for Lawson. Lawson plays on here. Where would this sit? It's going to go through from...
It was a nice pickup.
So it's going to go through from behind. That moves the score to 5-5. 35 Montrose to the Waverley Blues. 5-8-38.
Needs to get into the game more, Hannah Lawson. She's willing to take it on and take shots like that.
It's definitely right. As Comdanos brings it out, a couple bounces, sends it forward. Mark is taken. It wasn't Comdanos, so I should say it was Emma White. But mark taken by a Waverley teammate. And it's sent up the line. Pack mark taken by Emily Harvey, who's been back further towards the middle of the pitch. As she looks long, finds a teammate in Amelia Bishop. They're stringing together some nice footy here as the Waverley Blues. As Bishop will assess her options. Throw it on the left boot and just look long. Pack forming underneath. Maury took a risk and popped out the back, but the ball won't get to her. And that's holding the ball against Renee James. So Montrose will look to take some territory of their own. Kick was maybe off the instep of the boot a bit more than they would have liked. It's popped out to the member stand side and just about kept in. It's a bit of push and shove here.
This is a late call. I think that was out well before the shenanigans started.
So footy's going to be brought up right in front of us here at the member side stand side. As it's tapped down. Great ruck work there by Rachel Hardy. The mark's going to be taken by Montrose, and they're flooding numbers forward here. There's Alicia Condanos who's going to send it forward. 1v2 for Montrose. Ball's off hands, spills out the back. There's Habenchush looking to pick up the footy. Got it out wide. And it's going to go over the boundary line. So it will be a ball up. just inside Montrose's forward 50 as the players get in position. Hardy winning the tap, got it down to a teammate in Hannah Lawson, who got it forward, got bumped after the kick, but the ball's in and around the goal square here. Waverley looking to get it out off hands, just kicked off the ground and will go again is Kapamola, who's now got time and space to pick up the footy and throw it on the right boot. Kick went high, then it went far, and it's come to ground now off the hands of Alicia Farah.
Yeah, in the back.
And that's going to be in the back. So, free kick going to Farah. As there's 6.5 minutes left in this third term. Waverley Blues leading by 3. As Farah looks long up the middle of the ground. Around it was Hardy, couldn't quite pick the ball up. There's Renee James around the footy as well. Hardy will win the contest though, and burst forward with a kick. Habentrish under the ball, he went past her. 3v3 even numbers in the forward 50. It was a good kick, pushed afterwards, but umpire says nothing doing. They were right in front of it, so they had a good view. Kick's just gone up. Morley's around the footy, tapped forward by Waverley. Soccer's off the ground again, and here comes Finnegan right off the interchange looking to get involved. It's off the hands of Peacock, and Morley's going to duck. There's been a high contact free kick, so Morley just ducked there. Good work to keep going, but she was rewarded with the free kick. So she'll look forward. It sends it in the 50. Out the back was her teammate in number 30, Madeline Flood, who kicked one in the first term and will line up at about a 45-degree angle, 20 to 25 metres out from the goal. So this would extend the lead to 9 points if it were to sail through.
That was great how she stepped back. She saw it was going along.
Smart.
Read it well. As the kick's on its way. That's a goal straight through. So Madeline Flood gets her second of the day here as the Waverley Blues put their 6th on the board. So scoreboard currently reads Montrose 5-5-35, trailing the Waverley Blues 6-8-44. 9-point lead opened up, and certainly a lot more free-flowing footy, Josh.
There certainly is. This is a crucial final 5 minutes for both the Waverley Blues and Montrose. If Waverley Blues kick another goal or two, then you could argue it's almost game over.
Boundary.
If Montrose kick one, it's definitely game on as you cross down boundary side to Ryan Long.
Well, just on that point, that's what Clint Martin talked about at quarter time, how disappointed he was with the 2 goals kicked in red time in that first term. They let another one go in that second term in the last minute, so they'll be looking to shut down Montrose here.
You found a nice bit of sun down there, Ryan. How's the temperature?
It's much warmer in the sun. We're just further and further moving our way closer to the Montrose box.
You might find Brasher once, bed at one stage, I should say, Ray.
He's gone home.
Can we get find Ray?
Can we get a Ray Bird
Ray's
trucker?
actually the opposite side of the Waverley box.
There you go. So
forget where's Wally, where's Ray?
So the 2 rucks going on, and then Carroll. She gets a hit out there. We're having a lot of fun here on the commentary team on a Sunday, which is great to see. Standalone game as well. Senior women's game here down here at Montrose. Girls' Day out. Big occasion as well. So big kick there. That was by James. And a good tackle there. That is it. Yep, that's gone. And that's a good call there by the umpire there. Emma Walker, Deputy Vice Captain for Montrose. She plays on here. James involved here. She will get the tackle, but Emma White stands in her way. She, trying to get involved there was Chelsea Whitnish. Walker involved. Good tackle. Bishop again. That's Amelia. Big shot kick there. Involved there is McKernan. James again with a tackle, a handball there. Bishop snap around the corner for the Blues. Harris involved there. She plays on, gets the kick away. Ball's now at the centre of Montrose Football Club here. Hardy involved. White again. 2 of the stars of the Eastern Football senior girls sides going at it there. As Morley, she's been terrific for the Blues. She's been very exciting. There by Dallas. Nice little hand pass there. Morley involved, and it's going to be holding the ball. And it's going to go to the Montrose. And it's Hannah Lawson, Josh. She's been pretty good lately.
She has. She started to step it up. But Sarah Morley, no matter what, she's willing to take the game on. It's exciting.
It is exciting. Kicks it to Peacock. We know how good she's been. Jones has also been well done there. Wilkinson involved. And it's going to be a ball up.
I do have to admit, with Stephanie Peacock, she's been a little bit more quieter than I expected.
Well, she was quiet in that Surrey Park 2 game, Josh, as well. So
boundary.
Going down to the boundary and Kate Green.
It was nice to see number 21, Kiara, her first game of footy today from Canada. It was good to see her get a touch and a tackle.
There you go. Thanks to Kate Green there.
The shot is on its way from about 50 out. It's going to dribble off to the right of the goal. We brought back in by Montrose. As we have 1 minute 20 left in this third term. Waverley Blues leading by 9. Very close encounter so far today. We've been treated to a good game of footy. We can only hope it continues. So we are struggling to get that ball out of the car park over the fence and into play. We'll have to send Ray down there in a minute.
That's a fine for that gentleman.
As Jet Harris looks to take territory with the kick. It's bounced out of the 50. It's going to be rebounded by Stephanie Peacock, who sends it back inside. Target was down. It was off hand, so play on. Ball's dropped to the ground. It's hard to see who's got it at the moment. And it's going to be a free kick going the way of Montrose, which might have copped a bit of a hit there. It was a big tackle.
It was in the back, but it was completely, couldn't be helped.
So Stephanie Peacock got hands to the ball, fumbled the mark though, so it'll come out through Hardy. And she gets it to a teammate in Chloe Jones, who will look long. Numbers around the footy here. It's going to be Montrose that pick it up. Hannah Lawson to be exact. He gets hands off. And that's a push in the back. Go on the way of Montrose.
They might be on for a late chance here once again, Montrose.
So we've got 7 seconds left. I feel like the ball's inside 50 every time the siren's gone. So they'll look forward and mark take it, unless we can get a 70-metre shot on goal here. That's
come on, barrel.
Malcolm Blythe.
Point at the big sticks.
No sense of theatre.
Anyway, that is three-quarter time down here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. It's the Demons 5-5-35 to the Waverley Blues 6-8-48. And we're going to take it over the Cruise for some goal kickers.
So still all single goal kickers for the Montrose Footy Club in Chloe Jones, Jacqueline Healy, Hannah Lawson, Eleanor Carroll and Grace Rogers. For the Waverley Blues, singles 2, Amelia Bishop, Elise Hull and 2 apiece for Madeline Flood and Sarah Morley.
Well, there you have it. That is the goal kickers. And now we're up to three-quarter time action. Stay tuned. We've got a big last quarter to happen down here at Montrose Recreation Reserve. It's the Demons 5-5-35 to the Waverley Blues 6-8-44. Fourth quarter action, not too far away.
Do you want to study at the #1 sports science school worldwide? Study sport at Deakin and benefit from the most advanced sports facilities available, from running tracks to biomechanics labs, and decked out gyms to a climate chamber. Deakin have what you need to graduate ahead of the pack. Discover endless opportunities in sports science by visiting deakin.edu.au/sport. Deakin, proud sponsors, and they're here for now.
Andrew.
Yes, welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round between the Montrose Demons and the Waverley Blues. Let's go boundary side.
I've got Gillette Baker, the Montrose senior coach, with me. Gillette, a pretty strong game so far. A lot of pressure from both sides, and you were able to absorb that pretty much with a really strong defensive lineup with Waverley pushing that quarter.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really let us down that quarter was our accountability. We seemed to have a couple more loose players. So if we turn that around like we were in the first half, and we're all one-on-one, and we trust our one-on-ones can win that ball most times. So I think if we clean that up in this last quarter, we give ourselves a good chance.
Certainly right, and Rachel Hardy's performance has been unbelievable, we thought, from right from the word go, and she's just been such an asset for you guys and really lifting the side.
As I said, she's a ruck that can rove and can just run all over the ground, and so we really rely on her push and her ability just to pick the ball up cleanly and keep going. So hopefully we get a bit more support for her as well, and a couple more marks in the forward, and we could turn this around pretty quickly.
All the best for the last quarter, Gillette.
Let's go another boundary side to Kate Green.
I'm here with Clint Martin. Clint, positive third quarter, you're in the lead. You've had some great players stand up like Morley, Flood and a few others. How are you feeling?
Yeah, not too bad. We put a bit more pressure on the opposition that quarter, and we're really trying to get out of midfield and getting up forwards. And as I said to the girls, just keep it simple, just surge it forwards.
It looked like you had a player, kind of a loose player in the back there for quite a bit of that quarter.
Yeah, look, we're always looking for that outside take, and we've just got to do the best we can at stoppages, and if we can get the ball free and moving, that's our way. That's good.
Thanks very much, Clint. All the best.
There you have it, Kate Green there. We're going to get a Holly Habenchush 100th game goal coming up. It's there. The Demons get their 6 and extend Waverley's margin back down to 3. 6-5-41. Montrose, Waverley Blues 6-8-44. Big goal there just to reduce the margin off Waverley there, Josh.
That's the perfect start, brings the crowd into action, and that was a brilliant play. Hardy down to Chloe Jones in the midfield. Let's see if it happens again, Chris.
This ball's gone up in the middle. Hardy wins a tap, and Montrose are going to go forward with the footy. Mark taken there, just on the edge of the forward 50 line. Can't quite see who it is, but the ball's going to be sent in nevertheless. And it's picked up by a Waverley Blues player as it hits the deck. Hands on it from Emily Rogers. As it's spilled out, there's Rogers again, hands on the footy. Going to be tackled and wrapped up.
Come out with intent to start this final quarter of Montrose. They want that lead back.
They have, and that's exactly what they needed to do after only getting 1 behind on the board in the third term. As again, Hardy wins the ruck contest. As it's come out, it wasn't Hardy, my apologies, it was Eleanor Carroll in there. There's a tackle, it's going to be a dumping tackle, so the free kick will go the way of the Waverley Blues. And they will look to rebound here. So they have the ball deep within their own defensive 50 line. Sent to the edge of the arc. Hardy got hands on it. Waverley going to burst out with it though. Great display of pace. He's got boot to ball, just looking long. It's a 3v3 down there. Ball picked up by Shanice Banks. And now offhand, it's gone to Green, who'll send it forward. Great territory taken with that kick. Off hands and off heads.
Yep,
as
Falcon.
it spills wide, there's Habenschush looking to do some crumb work as the ball rolls over the line, and we will get a ball up just on the edge of Montrose's forward 50 as the Blues still with a 3-point lead. So the ball goes up, Hardy taps down, 2 Montrose players trying to take it out of each other's hands, but it's eventually a wrapped up tackle and it will be a ball up in the same spot. Hardy up again, terrific in the ruck today. Green got hands to it but couldn't take it cleanly. As it pops out, there's Lawson. Got a handball off high contact. So
whistle blown.
The free kick
yeah.
went
no
to
advantage.
Lawson.
Should have been advantage.
No advantage though.
No advantage paid.
I think it went through.
I think it hit the post.
It did
at
go
the back,
through,
though.
but it was certainly close. We can say that for sure.
Yeah.
But no advantage paid. The free kick will go to Hannah Lawson.
Definitely hit the
It was
post.
something.
Player on the mark is on the arc as it goes deep. Carroll couldn't take it. Snap on goal though, and that will go through. So Montrose retake the lead with their 7th major of the day.
That was Healy.
That's her second goal of the day as well, and the crowd are well and truly into this contest out there at Montrose. Cross down boundary side to Ryan Long.
Yeah, absolutely right, Josh. The crowd has lifted. There's a lot more people here as well, obviously, with another game to come. So they'll be cheering them on in this last 16 minutes.
That tap down from Carol was perfect. Like, she saw her player there, and that's where it went.
I reckon Montrose, they've got the best 1-2 punch in ruck in Division 2 with Carol and Rachel Hardy. Both work really hard on the ground and in the air.
Yes, there you go. So Hardy gets the hit out. Here come the Demons. They burst through the centre ball here. And a good strong tackle involved here by the Blues. Oh no, it doesn't get called here. That player in again, that was by Lawson. And holding the ball, free kick going to the Blues. Claudia Walsh, the captain, kicks the ball inside where we on the broadcast. Jones, she's been terrific. She gets a handball away deep inside. Going inside for the Demons. Bit of a hold there, no called. And it's a gone strong tackle, doesn't get there. Jones again. She gets the ball inside to the Carroll direction. Couldn't get there, the ball doesn't sit there. Good tackle there. This is dangerous here for the Blues. If they can try get around, snap around the corner. It's there!
2 in a row.
Healy again. She's having a terrific last quarter. And that is the Demons' 8th for the day. 8-5-53 to the Waverley Blues, 6-8-44. Geez, the Demons are coming here, Josh.
Oh, you just had to get that in one time, didn't you, Blake? You just had to get that in one time. But they are well and truly on top here, are the Demons. They're taking advantage of all their opportunities. They've had less scoring shots, been a lot more accurate, and that's something Gillette Baker talked about in the pre-game, just taking advantage of their chances, and that's exactly what they've done.
Three unanswered goals to open this quarter as Hardy's pinned for holding the ball. So the free kick will go the way of Peacock. She looks to take territory with the kick. It's gone inside 50. It's off hands out the back for Montrose. Morley looking to allow a tackle. Couldn't quite stick it. As Montrose send the ball back forward. And it's off hands as the ball makes its way to this member stand side. Green got boot to ball. Wasn't clean though. There's Comdenos with a handball.
Through the middle.
Bursting out with a kick was a Waverley player in Rebecca Dallas.
Oh, she caught, yep.
The mark was awarded now to Elise Hull, who kicked one in the first term, but it's been a bit quiet since. Waverley needs something now, so she'll send it inside 50. Pack forming underneath. Spilled out the back to a 1v1 contest. Hands on the footy was Tiana Whitnish. Taking the ground, and we'll have a ball up some 25 metres out from the Waverley goal. So rucks will go up. It's a good contest in there. The ball sent it to the middle of the ground off the clearance. Tapped back towards the Waverley forward 50. It's off hands. Bit of a scramble down there just beyond the arc. It's picked up by Renee James. Sent inside 50 by Harvey. Off the knees of Jet Harris. But out bursts who other than Rachel Hardy. But her kick picked off by the player that sent it in, forward 50 to start with, Renee James. So she'll look to take territory.
She's been underrated today, Renee James. I've been impressed with her work rate in midfield.
She has, out on the wing. She's been doing some damage in parts of this game. As Morley's around the ball, there's another player who's done damage in parts. As it's picked up, good handball, great smother by Waverley. There's Morley, throws it on the right boot. It's on its way.
Well done, Harris.
Rushed behind by Jet Harris. So it's good work on the goal line. Kicking duties passed on to Tiana Whitnish, who will go out to the far side and will go unaccompanied. She's practically got the whole defensive 50 to herself. 2 bounces and sends the kick. Great territory gained there. Ball drops at the halfway line. There's Renee James, who sends it right back into the forward 50 for Waverley. Handball out to Bishop. Snap on goal is Wayward and will go out on the full, just to the left of the point post.
Jeez, it's the pressure rating. I want to see it. You know, I want to see the pressure rating for both sides, because I reckon it's going to go through the roof. You know, both sides aren't giving it an inch right now, which is great to see as play resumes here. Ball's going to go in the way. Involved there is Stephanie Peacock. Good chain of hand passes here. Involved there is Harvey. And it's another ball up. I've seen Josh as well, that Harvey's going into the ruck, I believe now. She was playing a bit of defence. Now she's back in the ruck, Josh.
She's added a bit of presence in ruck, as Rachel Hardy, though, is having a monumental final quarter.
She is indeed. It's Habenchush gets the ball here. Kicked it going here. 100th game here. And a big strong tackle coming along here. Good chain of hand pass. Kapamola spins once, spins twice, kicks it down inside the Waverley Blues forward arc. 50 here. Involved there is Amelia Bishop. She's still got the ball. There. Just a bit of a fumble there. Big strong tackle, doesn't get called though. Everyone's pressing hard. Kapamola yet again. She kicks it inside the Waverley Blues forward 50. Whitnish involved. Well done again. Good defensive work there by the Demons with Harris. Then, of course, Whitnish rushing that through. So it's the Demons 8-5-53 to the Waverley Blues 6-10-46. We're about approaching the 10-minute mark in the last quarter of this game.
Tana Whitnish has been good so far. Very good in defence for Montrose. As Montrose look to bring it out of their defensive 50. They find a mark as they'll look to take some territory. It seems like every time the Demons have got it out of their defensive 50, it's gone straight back in. So Montrose with a 7-point lead as things stand. Still a lot to be played for. Habenchush takes a mark in her 100th game. She's gotten better as the game's gone on, you feel. And she'll look inside forward 50 as the ball hits the deck and goes out the back of the pack, but bounces straight back towards the front of the pack. As great pressure there by Montrose, put the kick wayward, send it towards the goals. Healy's there, in and around the footy. Great defensive pressure by Waverley though. So the ball's had a mind of its own at parts of this game, which has been very entertaining to see. But the ball's thrown up about 15 metres out from Montrose's goal, as it'll be picked up and snapped towards goal. It's going to hit the point post. So either way, will be Montrose bringing this in. No score is the decision. So 8 minutes 50 left in this game. The Demons still lead 8-5-53 to Waverley's 6-10-46. As there's a hoofing kick outside of defensive 50. Probably went about 50 or 60 metres and is picked up by Amelia Walsh, who's dropped back to help out with some of the defensive duties for the Blues. They need her in attack as well, as they need goals. So Bishop leading up. Kick will go over her head, off the hands of Cherry Tedu, as Hardy's down there. Who else but Rachel Hardy? Kick's gone forward. Chloe Jones gets it on its way. Renee James around the footy. There's Habenchush, who taps it to herself and then kicks it off the ground. Dribble away from her teammate though, and go out for Waverley to kick it back in as per the last touch rule.
Habenchush and Healy have really stepped it up in this final quarter for Montrose, providing some good pressure and willingness to take the game on.
They have, and that's what you need. As Harshaw from Canada, first gamer, was in space, Fumbled the ball though, but still got it forward nevertheless. As Waverley looked to surge, it was an important win in that contest there to tap it back the way of Montrose, and it's another important intercept mark by Shanice Banks, who looks to the members stand side wing. Mark taken by Chloe Jones, who will go back. She's got number 17 in Molly McKernan, all by herself on the wing. Molly's letting her know about it, but she waves her off and decides to go long. Puck forming under the ball, looks like it'll drop around the back off the hands of Poon. Renee James around the ball, just can't seem to pick it up, eventually does. Good quick hands by Emily Harvey, who's back in the ruck like we said. And there is the kick forward. Renee James around the ball, just on the sideline. That'll be a throw, and very happy to see that one over the line and just secure the ball in their forward half. So still a 7-point lead as they've got just under 7 minutes to go as the ball goes up some 70 or 80 metres out of the Montrose goal. As Harvey looks to tap it.
They need a goal somehow from this stoppage or somehow from the next couple of stoppage Waverley Blues if they are to give themselves a bit of life heading into the final 5 minutes.
For nearly 7 minutes till the final siren sounds. As Hardy is involved there. James, of course. A big strong tackle there by Hardy, and it's going to go out of bounds for ball up.
That could have been out on the full, I reckon. It's close to.
Yeah.
Definitely off feet.
So
Boundary.
Let's go boundary side to Kate Green.
Definitely wasn't out on the full.
Yep. So good chain of hand pass there. He trying to get there as well is number 22 in Wilson. Gets a tackle there for the Blues. Here comes Hannah Lawson and finds a teammate. And again, that's Healy. She's been everywhere this last quarter for the Demons. She's kicked one already, but she's had a definite big impact here.
I think she's kicked 3 actually, Healy. 2 in this quarter.
2 in this quarter.
Go.
Yeah. This will be for number 4.
She lines up, and it's going to go to the right, and it's going to go through from behind. So margin now is the Demons at the moment 8-6-54 to Waverley Blues 6-10-46.
Just a quick one for you, Blake. Renee James has come off for a quick rest for Waverley, but you feel like they need her out there soon.
Yeah, definitely.
They do as well. Intercept mark taken there. Goals by Emily Rogers. The candy shots open up here. Where can she go here? Couldn't get it inside, but Waverley intercept this mark really well here. A little bit of a push going on there. Here comes Hardy. Guess who kicks the ball? It's there!
It's touch.
Jeez, I thought it was there.
I was about to say you've got to be on the line, and that was exactly where it was touched.
So touch behind. They've got to wait for the flags. Oh, they've called it a goal.
Have they?
Replay. Yeah, that was over.
That was over.
Yeah. Actually, she didn't touch it in the end either.
Goal umpire called it touch.
Yeah.
Main umpire called it a goal. That is...
So it's a goal.
It didn't look touched off the start.
No, it didn't, but I reckon that's just about sealed Rachel Hardy.
Oh, that has definitely sealed that.
Absolutely super.
So anyway, I thought it was behind. So it moves to 8-6-60 to Waverley Blues, 6-10-46 as play continues. They kick it down inside deep for the forward 50 of the Waverley Blues. Forward 50 here. Whitney involved. She's been everywhere for the Demons. She couldn't get there as well. So we're just about 16 minutes going into this final quarter. 2 rucks going at it here. It's exciting football down here. The Demons looking through to the Waverley Blues kick off there. And a little bit of a don't argue there. That was again by Whitnish, and it's going to be pinned, holding the ball.
That'll go to Morley.
They need to do this quick. They have to do it quick. Come on, Morley. You've got to do it quicker. Come on.
Yell out to her, Blake. I don't think she can hear you.
There's only 4 minutes to go.
It's more like 3 by the time this kick will get on its way.
So Morley now. She's kicked 2 now. She can go for 3, and it's going to go to the right. Through right behind.
Maybe she needed more time, Blake.
Maybe she did.
You rushed her.
9-6-60 Montrose to the Waverley Blues, 6-11-47. And we're nearly down to red time. It's 7 minutes gone. Chris.
Tiana Walsh sends it out and takes territory with the kick again. Kicking in danger is going to go the way of Montrose. So 2 minutes 40 left and a 13-point lead. You feel like they could slow the game down a bit here. They can afford to do it, definitely. It's just a bit of gamesmanship by Eleanor Carroll there, dropping the ball, taking some time off the clock still. As now play continues, gone up the far side wing. Pack forms under the ball. It's off hands. Ball hits the deck. Nice orange ball today. Very easy to see. As it is called for a ball up. 2 minutes 10 left. Montrose 9-6-60, leading the Waverley Blues 6-11-47. The ball is up some 80 metres away from Waverley's goal. There'll be another ball up. So, of course, clock does not stop. So I feel like with each stoppage, this game slips further and further out of Waverley Blues' reach. As it's tapped by Hardy. Like we said, absolutely astonishing performance from her so far today. In the ruck, seemingly doing it all. As the ball goes out there again, Hardy against Harvey. Hardy wins again. Waverley Blues goes inside. Mark's taken. How quick does she need to do this, Blake?
She's got to go quick. There's 2 minutes to go.
Wave her on, come on. You got to get it in there.
Bring her home, Blake, bring her home.
She plays on here. The kick is going to go, but no, it doesn't.
Great tap down.
Whitnish gets this place on immediately, but she finds a Waverley Blues player. That was by number 27 in Charlotte Pearson. She's just got to go. She's got to get it on the boots. Everyone's flooding the Waverley Blues, and it's going to be a high tackle going to Morley. But again, she's got to go.
I am so happy I'm not down there taking
Boys, they're
this
not going to
kick,
kick 3 goals in a minute.
Yeah.
We can dream, Ryan. We can dream.
You can only dream, Ryan.
Don't underestimate Morley.
Yeah.
She's a damn good player.
She is. She's been
a star.
absolutely terrific. Sarah Morley for her 3rd goal in the afternoon. Kick is slowly on its way. It's going to the right, though. It's going to go through from behind. I think
that's going to be it.
I think that might be it.
I reckon
that might
it
be
is.
it. 9-6-60 Montrose to the Waverley Blues. 6-12-48 as play continues on here for the Demons. And Carroll, she's going to slow things down, the captain. This is a big win. Big day for the club. And this is going to continue their merry ways, proceeding to finals here. As they play continues to snap around the corner. Whitnish involved there. She's been terrific there.
She was pulled off it. Yeah, she was pulled off the ball.
There we go. And 25.
How quickly can...
There it is. The Demons get home. But there's going to be another free kick going to the Waverley Blues. So we'll commentate this. Hopefully this can go through to...
Does she have to rush, Blake?
No rush here. No rush here. So lining up for the Blues is to do. That's Cherry, lines up. Kick, it's on its way. Nice. It's there. But there you have it. The Demons get home in a massive clash down here. And the girls stay out down here at Montrose. They win 9-6-60 to the Waverley Blues. 7-12-54. And an absolute clinic down here. Great game of football. Geez, it was a great specialty down here as well. And geez.
This is a great advocate for women's footy, this game, because it was absolutely unbelievable. Momentum swings left, right and centre. It was just Montrose with the crowd behind him that got over the line. That fast start to the final quarter, absolutely crucial.
And this is the sort of close game that Brett Beston just absolutely dreams of. And we never seem to give it to him.
So shout out to you, Besto, as well. We'll go through the goal kickers of you, Chris. Let's take it away, Chris.
All right, so for Montrose, we have the only multiple goal kicker in. Jacqueline Healy had 3 for the day. Singles to Chloe Jones, Hannah Lawson, Eleanor Carroll, Grace Rogers, and Rachel Hardy. Probably wrapped up that best on performance with that goal. And for Waverley, on the other hand, 2 for Madeline Flood, 2 for Sarah Morley, and singles to Elise Hull and Amelia Bishop.
What a great game. What a great day, and what a great day out here, though. And this is a massive win in the context of the season for Montrose. It shows that they're one of the... There can definitely be a challenger for the Waverley Blues this coming season, as we're just about to cross down boundary side to Kate Green, who's trying to get both Clint Martin and Shalette Baker on post-game. So, and I think it'll be I think we'll be speaking with I think we'll be speaking with one of them soon. As in fact, we're joined now by Ryan Long and Gillette Baker.
I do have Gillette Baker here with me. What a final term from the girls. It was a fantastic finish. The pressure was unbelievable, and must be very happy with the result.
Oh, ecstatic. We, with these top two sides that we really need to get over, and even Berwick, like we haven't had a win over any of the top three. So this is a good last half for us, and we know we've got some belief now. So yeah.
Absolutely. We'll let you go in a second, but must be very happy, obviously. It's a big day for the club. A great result for you girls, and great to see now the juniors are running out.
Yeah. No, I think it's been a really successful day, and thanks again to the EFNL for making this happen for us.
Thanks for coming.
Boundary.
Go down to Kate Green on the boundary with Clint Martin.
Yeah, Clint, heartbreaking end.
Yeah, there's always got to be a winner, I suppose, but, I can't fault the way that we played the game, and it's always hard to beat Montrose here, and I was just saying to Gillette, the Montrose coach, is that, they're always really, they play really well on their ground, and today they deserve the win, so congratulations to Montrose.
We were kind of either hoping for a tied game or just less than a goal in it, but you gave us a goal short, but fantastic game by your girls, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. And, another couple of minutes, who knows? But, it's got to run out of time at some point. But, look, I'm pretty proud of the way we played out the game. And, as I said, we got a number of outs today. And I'm sure Montrose will now look to consolidate that win and probably play finals. So, can't take it away from them. They played well.
Your girls, even though you've said that you've had outs, the girls today, they did you proud.
Yeah, thank you. And, it's the depth of our team, and, a loss is not everything. No one's going to remember that in 2 weeks' time, but we'll do the best we can to rebound. We've got a hard game against Surrey next week, but I've got to give full credit to the girls, and they fought the game out to the end, and I'm very proud of them.
All the best against Surrey. It'd be nice to have you beat Josh Ward's team.
Oh, thanks very much. Simmer down. Congratulations to Montrose. Commiserations for the Waverley Blues. What a ripper coach
it was.
Clint Martin is. But, again, a terrific performance. Well, let's go through our best players. For Montrose, it is impossible to go past Rachel Hardy. Yep. I reckon she's a contender for the Division 2 best and fairest, the way she performed today, and she was best on ground last week. I reckon she's got another best on ground here, kicking a goal, a crucial goal at that, to pretty much seal the game for Montrose. And but there were some other contributors. I don't know what you think, Chris and Blake.
Yeah, I'll go first. I think you can't go past Rachel Hardy. Just terrific impact with the ruck, and just the way she has the presence as well. I'm going to go 2 votes, Tiana Whitnish. I thought she was absolutely outstanding in that last quarter, especially with pressure being involved. And I think I'm going to go 1 vote here. I'm going to go to Sarah Morley. She was terrific as well for the Waverley Blues. So that was me 1 vote there to Sarah Morley.
Chris?
Yeah, well, look, boys, obviously I'm the same. Rachel Hardy will probably take that award for me. But, to mention some of the others, you also got Hannah Lawson had a big game throughout. And also Claudia Walsh down back for Waverley Blues, despite them not getting the win, showed up big at times.
Kate and Ryan, who have now joined us up on the balcony, I'm sure you had a great time down on ground level. Who do you reckon? Well, we won't have we don't have an award, but 3-2-1 for today.
It's a hard one because there's a lot of players here and I'm trying to fit in. I'm actually going to give 1 to Claudia Walsh as well. 1 vote for her. 2 votes to Morley. I thought she was fantastic. Hit the scoreboard, very exciting. I thought the best on ground by far was Rachel Hardy. I thought she was just right from the start. Her work rate around the ground is so noticeable down at ground level. She works so hard. But not only is she doing such a great job in the ruck, her roving skills and what a kick on by foot she is. So, and was able to finish off with a goal in the last quarter. So I'll give the 3 votes to Hardy.
Kate?
Mine, I'm a little bit biased. Hardy 1, Walsh 2, and Morley 3. She was everywhere. So I have to give it to Morley.
I've got to go Rachel Hardy 3. I thought Chloe Jones was also good. I'll give her 2 votes as well. And 1 vote, Sarah Morley. She is a genuine X factor when players like Stephanie Peacock, Madeline Flood, and Elise Hall aren't hitting the scoreboard as probably she's going to be key for Waverley Blues, and especially next weekend. I'm not too sure who Montrose play next weekend, but it's this is going to be potentially a springboard for the D's heading into the second half of the season. So a terrific performance from them, Ryan.
It is, and that pretty much locks them up in finals. They'll be 3 games ahead in fourth. They've got Ringwood next week, so you'd expect them to win that game as well. And that means they're looking at not just a final spot, but if they can have a really good second half of the season, depending on some other results, may even be a push for a double chance. But a great effort from the club today, and great to still have more football on as well with the juniors and the Montrose and Baronia playing out this afternoon.
I believe this is the under-16s taking place, so, and then 18s. Who did the 18s play, Blake? Do you know?
I haven't.
What time is that game? Would that be almost
2:50? The 2:50 game.
2:50.
2:50.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a.
What's time?
Is this game only going to go?
Must be a twilight game because unless the games have gone overboard, so
yeah, I'm guessing it'll be a twilight
the whole
game.
day's been overboard.
Yeah.
No, it has been
give me a quick second. Keep talking.
It
Josh.
has been a great day out here at Montrose Recreation.
I'll try and follow up what the time is.
It is a great.
Just keep on chatting to us, Josh. That's all.
It is a great day. It has been a
lyrically.
great. Has been a great day out of Montrose Recreation Reserve, and absolutely loved calling the game. Chris and Blake doing a great job as always. I'm sure Kate Green with a companion this time around on the boundary with Ryan Long. I'm sure you two had a great time down there.
I was spoilt.
It was good. It was great. We kept moving down. We
Followed the sun.
Yeah, right. And it's pretty much gone now, so we made the most of it.
Can I just ask, has anyone seen rain the last 30 minutes?
Oh, there he is.
So just to follow up your question, Josh, it's a 3:45 game.
So that probably will be twilight as Ray Bear joins us now.
What have I done?
well, what we're doing is where's Ray? That's the thing.
They were trying to find you around the ground where you went.
I was standing in the sun, actually, thawing out a bit while you're up there freezing. Yeah.
I bet you enjoyed the game out here, though.
It was a great game of football, both sides. You know, it was a real close game, only 6 points of difference, and some very good footballers out there as well.
There certainly is some great footballers.
Well, we might wrap things up.
Yeah.
Have it down. Chris, another game that we've called. We've called a bit of interleague footy, and now we get to call this absolute classic down here at Montrose. Thanks again for being my co-commentator as well today.
No worries, mate. Thanks for having me. Pleasure as always.
No worries. Josh Ward, special comments. Mr. Football as well, whatever you call him.
Mr. Football.
Mr. Football. Can we call you Mr. Montrose
mate,
then?
Thanks, Josh, for coming down here at Montrose. Good to see you down here.
No, it's an absolute...
Josh the librarian.
Thank you also, Lee, for a couple of special comments as well. Thank you. Doing a terrific job. You and Megan as well do another great job. Yeah. To Ryan and Kate, thanks for doing an absolutely standing job looking over the boundary, and great interviews and great questions, and good to see you going down here as well.
Thanks, Dana. Thanks for having us.
For me, this is what women's football is about. Just a whole day celebrating girls doing what they love and women doing what they love. And to seeing so many supporters throughout today has just been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Well said,
100%.
Well said.
Well, there you have it. So there, if you just tuned in as well, it's the Montrose winning 9-6-60 to the Waverley Blues 7-12-54. We have the Female Footy Focus podcast that comes out on Tuesday or on Wednesday. And stay tuned, we got more stuff coming your way on the weekends. That's enough for me, and enjoy your football.
Do you want to study at the #1 sports science school worldwide? Study sport at Deakin and benefit from the most advanced sports facilities available, from running tracks to biomechanics labs and decked out gyms to a climate chamber. Deakin have what you need to graduate ahead of the pack. Discover endless opportunities in sports science by visiting deakin.edu.au/sport. Deakin, proud sponsors of the Here For Now.